Sorry.
Oh my god, no. Oh my god.
Thank you for expressing extreme amounts of excitement onto this stream.
You are absolutely welcome.
Mikachu truly is a gift on this world. Hey, what's going on, guys, and welcome back. Today we're back with another Ace Attorney stream.
Why would you be sarcastic about that?
What? You are a gift on this planet.
What? No, it was said sarcastically.
What? No, I meant it. You're like... I meant it.
Okay.
Anyway, I hope you guys are doing well. Welcome to the stream. We're back with more Ace Attorney. Yippee! If you forgot what happened last time, don't worry, I did too. But from what I recall, we wrapped up our magnificent trial with Miss Franziska von Kramer. We left things on a very interesting note, proving that Miss Bikini's testimony was deemed unreliable. Iris being placed at 2 different locations at once. A little fishy, a little sus. Anyway, Phoenix got his ass out of the hospital finally. Done sleeping, done resting anyway. And is now back on his feet. He's still sick. And considering how cold it is up in Hazakura Temple, I don't think it's the best idea for him to be out there, but I digress. Anyway, we met up with Franziska. She became our little exploring buddy for a little bit. We uncovered that Miss Elise Donum was in reality Misty Faye, aka Mia and Maya Mommy.
Mia and Maya Mommy.
What else? There's probably some other important details that I'm forgetting. Oh yeah, we also discovered there's now a weird trick lock locking Maya behind her icy tomb, where she is meditating.
She's like, oh man, this day's taken a while.
Yeah, it's taking a while. She's what is it called? She's doing her chanting, her incantations, trying to, you know, get her her power boost. But she's kind of trapped in there and dangerously low temperatures. So it is possible that she might die. But it'll be fine. Anyway, Iris was retrieved out of detention center area to come and help open the trick lock, as she is, you know, one of the nuns at Hazakura Temple, and she would know how to do so. But an earthquake strikes Edgeworth, who was watching over her, collapses like a little bass, a strong man.
I'm sorry. It's because you said a fucking earthquake hits Edgeworth, and for some reason my mind just turned like lightning, and I was like, huh? What?
Yeah, he gets hit with an EQ. It was super effective.
What the fuck? Where Edgeworth?
Anyway, Edgeworth collapses because, you know, he's scared of earthquakes. It's just a fair fear. He's not a Californian. And Iris escapes to the, what is it called? The inner chamber, where Maya's locked up. Once we find her there with Mr. Edgeworth and Godo, if I'm not mistaken, who was also there doing a survey scan of the area trying to find Maya. We now find 4 more trick locks there, totaling 5 locks on her tomb, of which 4 Iris cannot open because someone else put them there apparently. There's a lot.
It was Maya. She's like, guys, I'm meditating.
Guys, I'm busy. I'm busy. Anyway, we also find some blood located to the left of the inner chamber in a little garden area. Meaning that it is most likely Elise Donum, aka Misty Faye, did not die at Hazakura Temple, but rather in this garden area. There's still more stuff. Oh my god, help me. Godo's also a raging, what's the word I'm looking for? Incel, dissing our girl Franziska, calling her a widow princess, and taking over the trial, which means we'll be facing him off later today. There's still more information I'm missing, goddammit. We go back to Miss Bikini, talk to her about Misty Faye, because we got interrupted by the earthquake earlier, and find out that Iris is the daughter of Morgan Faye, along with Pearl. And Dahlia, they're 2 different people, by the way. They are twin sisters, which may or may not explain the conflicting accounts from earlier. Anywho, we go to the Hazakura Temple courtyard area, the initial murder scene, to meet up with Gumshoe with his fancy metal detector, and find out that at least Donameke Misty Faye's staff contains a blade that is most likely the real murder weapon. I'm done talking now. That was a lot. I tried recapping it the best I could, but even if you don't get it, it's fine.
Then go back and watch it. Get a better grip, guys.
All the playlists down in the description. Go meditate. All the playlists are down below in the description if you guys need to catch up at some point. I'm done yapping. Mika, you can take the stage now. I feel bad. I've been talking for a long while.
Hey, chat. I love you, and I adore you, and I missed you. And I forgot Ace Attorney was today, so like when Doopy was like, alright, setting stuff up, I was like, oh right. Oh, I wasn't ready for this. I didn't hype myself up. I just wanted to like draw.
You've been like Ace. You've been Ace Attorney brained this whole time.
No.
But you're literally drawing like.
I was drawing Ace Attorney. It doesn't mean I knew Ace Attorney was today. It just so happens.
I guess your brain subconsciously knew that today is an Ace Attorney day.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, are you ready to start? You think you're ready? Yo, you ready, Steady Mikachu? You ready? I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Picking up where we left off last time, episode 5, Bridge to the Turnabout, my mistake. Part 3-2, Investigation. Let's finish this up. Hi, Gumshoe.
Wrong button. Let me turn my thing up. Yeah! There we go.
Does it sound quieter than usual? Am I stupid?
What?
The game sound. Is it quieter than usual? Probably not.
Right. It does sound. It does.
Why?
I couldn't hear. I can barely hear it at 200.
I'll turn the music up for now.
Your chat can tell you.
Because I haven't changed the volume on anything. I don't know why the game is quieter.
I can tell you.
I could not tell you either. Huh. Weird. I'll give my capture card a quick restart, just in case it's doing the weird distortion thing it loves to do. Die. Come back. Alright. I turned the... oh, I thought I turned that down too. Alright, sweet. You ready? I think we finished talking about everything. Let me see, what new information did we obtain? We did obtain this burnt up letter, which implies that Pearl was trying to channel someone on the night of the murder.
Maybe.
Yes. Someone who seems to have been alive, but she mistakenly took for dead, is what I'm thinking anyway. We have Larry's sketch, which we need to somehow explain. Oh god, there's so much stuff. See, this sounds louder. I don't understand. I just switched. Oh god, I'm just switching back to normal for now. Larry the artist. That's a little jolt to play. Oh god, I don't even know what to do. We can't go. We can't leave Hazakura Temple.
We can't leave Hazakura Temple. We're stuck here?
Yeah, we've been stuck here since the start of this investigation. Also, happy Friday to you, Jotaply. Oh? February 9th.
Oh, we probably gotta talk to Pearl.
Yeah, Heavenly Hall. I was expecting Larry and Pearls to be here. I guess they must have gone to collect firewood. I suppose I'll have to check back later. They're not here. Let's go to the end temple then. Nothing different over here. Hello, you. I'm gonna get you. Nothing else new here to look at. Yeah, it's all the same. Let's go to the garden. Hello. How do you do? I don't think there's anything else new to look at, right? There's a charm or something poking out from the snow. Looks pretty old. There's a leather cord tied to it too. It belonged to the victim. We're sure of that now.
It's going in the evidence room once the investigation is over. So hands off, right?
You don't need to tell me that.
Well, our dear friend Larry just tried to steal it when no one was looking.
Or I just wanted something to remember his esteemed teacher by. Yeah, I don't think there's anything of worth here, but I guess. I think we just have to go for that psyche lock. Hey, you doing okay?
Yeah, I'm drawing.
What are you drawing?
Nobody.
Okay. On the night of the murder, you were spotted in two very different locations. In Hazakura Temple's courtyard, and in the training hall at the Inner Temple. And yet you claim that you were in your room the entire time. I'm sorry, Iris, but I don't buy your story. It's time you told me the truth.
Oh, right. I actually get a voice line. Sorry. I'm sorry, Mr. Wright.
Truthfully, there's one other thing that's been bothering me. If I can just break these psyche locks, I might be able to answer that question as well. Alright. Might as well go for it. The night of the crime. I think it's time you told the truth about what you were doing on that night. You said that you were in your room at Hazakura Temple the entire time. Do you still claim that to be the truth?
Yes, that's where I was.
Iris, I believe you're innocent. That's why I want to believe what you're telling me too. But I can't. Because this person saw you somewhere else on the night of the murder.
Hey.
There's a lot of different people, you know?
Wasn't it like bikini?
Yeah, I'm thinking bikini too.
I forgot. It's been a bit.
That's what I'm saying. So bikini.
Really
Did Larry say anything? Oh, didn't he say that Iris was jumping off the bridge? So would it be Larry?
It's Edgeworth. Edgeworth testified.
It's either Larry or bikini, right?
Yeah, I feel like
Larry makes more sense.
Yeah, go crazy. I can't remember.
Well, Iris, I trust you, so you need to trust me.
Mr. Wright, I can't.
Why not?
I can't trust such a random nonsense. It just doesn't make any sense.
Oops, looks like I screwed up there. Iris, yeah, we already see this. Okay, let's try bikini this time. Ooh.
Probably is bikini because she was the one who.
I always go too hard.
You always doubt yourself a little too much.
I'm talking about Sister Bikini, of course.
Sister Bikini?
Her testimony in court today was very clear.
That night I was having an accolade with your training in the Inner Temple, but, well, as you can see, my back leg stacked up violently. So I left Iris to help with the accolade and returned to Hazakura Temple.
Sister Bikini didn't just see you. She spoke with you. You two talked about Maya's training that night. So you see, Iris, you were there at the Inner Temple on the night of the murder.
That's very impressive. All right. Tell me if I'm cutting off.
You are a little bit.
Okay, hold on. I'm gonna be awesome in a hype for today. There we go.
All right.
That better?
Yes.
Okay. Why? Cool. The Acolyte's actual training was due to start after 10 o'clock that night. I left the main hall early so I wouldn't be late.
What time was that?
Let me see. It takes about 20 minutes to walk between main hall and Inner Temple. So I would have left about at 9:40 p.m., I think.
I'm sorry, Iris. But lying just doesn't suit you.
Huh?
Now, you say you left the main hall at 9:40 p.m., but what you say doesn't add up with this. This random evidence I'm talking about. Hold on, give me a second. I'm yapping.
Give me a second. I'm going through every evidence. Iris, stay right there. I'll get back to you when I get back to you.
She said she rang out the lights out bell at 10 p.m.
Yeah, so she couldn't have been left before, whatever.
You yourself testified to the contrary. Don't you remember? You said that you rang the lights out bell at 10 o'clock that night. Plus, only moments before you rang that bell, you were seen at the main hall by the most reliable witness I have.
Myself. Who's that?
Me.
Mr. Wright.
You even spoke a little that evening. That's when you gave me this. Surely you haven't forgotten.
No, you're irrelevant, sorry. No, that's right, I remember.
And that brings us to another puzzling fact, Iris. At 10 o'clock on the night of the murder, you were seen in 2 different places at the same time. It's time you told me exactly what's been going on, Iris. So far, I've managed to prove 2 things. First, on the night of the incident, you were at the inner temple. And second, at the exact same time, you were ringing the bell at Hazakura Temple.
What'd you get shot?
There's only one possible explanation for this apparent impossibility. I'm gonna do this.
This is on you. This is on you, not me. Don't ask me. I'm trying.
On the night of the incident, you were seen in 2 different places at the same time, which means there must have been 2 of you. I can't think of any other explanation, Iris.
But that's crazy. How could that be? There's only one of me. It's impossible.
Impossible? I wonder. The way you're trembling certainly seems to suggest otherwise.
You're seriously trying to suggest there's more than one of me? And show me the evidence. Show me something that proves that there's one. Mr. Wright, actually, when you said there was another one of me, I was kind of expecting someone who looked like me, you know?
I guess so.
In that case, are you trying to say I look like this person?
Well, I can't say with 100% certainty, but...
Can you show me something that is 100% certain about them?
I really need to get to the bottom of this. I was determined to hide something from me. Can't drag it out of her unless I show her some irrefutable evidence. Alright. Sorry for the yap. I can't do that. Unless I'm suggesting that she's not Iris.
Yeah.
I could do that. I'm already at half meter. Do you want me to try it?
Do what you want.
Please don't make this to me.
I don't know.
No, it's okay. Alex, welcome to stream.
The very hungry caterpillar.
What are you doing?
Nothing.
I'm so close. What am I missing?
Maybe you have to talk to,
Who?
Edriff about Dahlia
I can try that.
and try to unlock her profile.
I don't think I have enough evidence yet. I should investigate and gather some more clues before I try again. I'm gonna get your ass next time.
Well, we'll just check. Maybe you have to be like, hey, Edgeworth, do you know anything about this person?
Hey, Edgeworth. Did you know that Iris had a twin sister?
What? Twin? You can't be serious.
Sister Bikini told me, but the problem is she didn't know the name of this twin.
There was nothing about Iris having a sister in the files I checked.
Well, Iris was taken in by the temple when she was really young. Apparently, her sister was raised by her father, a jeweler, I think.
A jeweler?
It's okay, Edgeworth.
Right, I just might know who this twin sister of hers is.
Oh, I cooked.
I had a feeling you'd say that. Let me guess. Her name is Dahlia Hawthorne, right?
Yes, exactly.
Please tell me what you know about her, Edgeworth. Please.
I cooked.
It was my first court case, 6 years ago. I was a greenhorn, and due to my inexperience, the defendant died.
I don't know if that's your fault.
Yeah, Edgeworth, don't blame yourself.
Come on, buddy. You're talking about Terry Falls, right?
You know about that case?
You're not the only one who noticed something about Iris and Dahlia Hawthorne. I checked on one of Mia's old files from 6 years ago.
Yes, Dahlia was a key witness in that case. Dahlia and Terry Falls conspired together to stage a fake kidnapping 11 years ago.
Almost as old as your father's case, Edgeworth. Jesus.
Yeah, actually.
They stole a jewel worth $2 million from Dahlia's father, a jeweler.
My nose is itchy.
And 5 years after that, she murdered her own sister, Valerie Hawthorne, to keep her from talking.
Psychopath. Her sister.
Well, her stepsister, actually. They weren't blood related. Valerie was the only daughter of Dahlia's father's second wife.
Oh, that's a long ass
confusing.
sentence. Yeah.
Oh, can I say? I saw a really cute comic. Oh, sorry. Really
This-
cute comic
Go ahead.
between Edgeworth. And so it was someone saying like they didn't give Edgeworth and Goto enough interactions because they were too scared of giving them the brotherly bond that they needed. Right? And it would be like Edgeworth blaming himself and Goto being like, don't worry, I would too. But the past is the past. And then, like they both mourned together over like years ago, 6 years ago. Which is so cool. It's so cool. It's cute.
That could be
Sorry.
cool.
I'm gonna kill myself though, cause I'm mad at Goto.
And this is when she entered my life. The woman who tried to kill me.
Yo! Psychopathic woman, my favorite.
So after Terry Falls died, what happened to Dahlia? Did you check that out?
Does it really matter? Like I said, Dahlia isn't connected with this case.
Why are you so sure about that?
It's simple. Dahlia Hawthorne is dead.
Edgeworth, do you see where you're standing right now? Do you understand
What?
we're in a medium, like, area? Are you really gonna say she is not connected?
Oh
What?
no.
What? Did that just hit you?
No.
We're convicting Pearl Faye of murder. Let's go!
No, no, no. Wait.
What?
What if oh no. What if Maya isn't in the chamber? What
Yeah,
if-
you're thinking that Maya channeled her?
Something like that, yeah.
Thing is, there was a letter to channel someone, right?
Yeah.
So that was sent to the furnace. Maya either burnt that letter in the little furnace, or it was Pearl. One or the other.
Yeah. Alright. What?
Well, Her metabolic processes are a matter of interest only to historians, so to speak.
What do you mean by Dahlia Hawthorne is dead, Edgeworth?
Right. I must confess that in reading your file, I came to know of the murder case you were involved in during your college years. Dahlia Hawthorne was found guilty, thanks to the persistence of Mia Fey.
Yeah. Mia Fey! Mia Fey!
At the time, Dahlia. It's like she was possessed by a demon or something.
It's been almost 5 years since that guilty verdict was handed down, and her sentence was finally carried out. She was executed last month.
Oh! Electric chair. Wait, I gotta draw that.
No, that's not what executed means. It means like head on guillotine.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
No, it's not have to be. I'm just
Yes.
gonna. It's because I want to draw her on an electric chair. That's why.
We're talking about like a big saw go.
Man, I suppose she truly was head over heels for Phoenix Wright. Anyways, I'm gonna draw her on an electric chair.
Executed.
I'm sure that's a bit of a shock to you, for you, right? And for more reasons than one. But do you understand now? She can't possibly be connected with this case.
Edriff, are
She's
you
dead.
stupid?
And when someone is dead, there's no way to revive them.
Are you stupid?
There's no way to revive the dead? I wonder. It seems you're not aware of one other connection yet, Edgeworth.
Oh,
What is
sorry,
that?
Edriff.
It's about Iris and Dahlia Hawthorne's mother.
What's their mother got to do with any of this?
She's Morgan Fey, a spirit medium from a branch family of the Corain channeling technique.
You should know her. She channeled
Did you
your-
say Corain channeling technique?
Do you know something about it?
Oh, yes. I know it's connected with that fraudulent spirit medium.
Fraudulent.
I was involved in another nightmare 17 years ago.
We were there!
I was caught up in the middle of a murder investigation. The police didn't have any leads. They were stumped, and that's when they called her in. She was a very famous spirit medium and the master of a channeling school. But you know what happened. As a result of her efforts, an innocent man was accused of murder. She and her powers, they were all fraudulent.
Edgeworth.
Go to the police records room. It's all in there. All you have to do is check the DL6 incident case file and you'll know.
Please don't bring up the DL6 for this case again.
Of course. How could I forget? I just was the victim in that case. Edgeworth. You'll understand someday. And then, you'll see that the Corain channeling technique is real. Jesus Christ! Holy Chrysler, man. So how am I supposed to get there? Does anyone know how I'm supposed to get there? Am I supposed to go? Okay, well, do I have the profile at least? I do. Okay, well, it's worth a shot, right? Let's get to the Psyche Lock real quickity split. Take that! Ha! Alright.
Bonito. I'm yapping. Yappy, yappy, yappy. Yappy, yappy, yappy.
Yappy, 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 yappy. Dong.
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 That was the sound of me hitting Dahlia over the head.
I have a firm grasp of the situation now, Iris. Also, welcome back, Game Egglight. Egglight? You get what I mean. You have a sister, don't you? A twin sister, perhaps? That's right. Dahlia Hawthorne. A woman I know only too well.
I had no idea you knew of her. Very impressive, Mr. Wright. But she's no longer.
Yes, I know. Her sentence was carried out recently, wasn't it? I'm sorry.
Thank you.
There's no need to explain now. Is there, Iris? This second you, who was here at the temple on the night of the murder. It was your twin sister, Dahlia Hawthorne.
But you just said it a second ago. Yourself a second ago. Oh, my sister's dead. Have you forgotten that?
Have you forgotten this, Iris? This is a channeling dojo, a training ground of the Karain channeling technique. That night, someone channeled Dahlia's spirit, and you knew about it. And that's the secret you've been trying to hide from me. Yeah. Get out of here, you yapper.
So you know what's really funny?
Unlock successful. Yeah? What's up?
We're going to have to accuse Dahlia of murder again.
Yeah! Woohoo! Yippee!
Let's go, gay people.
What?
Sorry. I'm hyping myself up. I was in the room in the main hall that night. As soon as I heard that I'd been spotted at the inner temple, I knew it was my sister. Dahlia, on the other half of me, who passed away last month.
Just as I suspected. The Iris that Sister Bikini saw at the inner temple on the night of the murder. It was Dahlia Hawthorne. Why didn't you tell me this before?
Because my sister always does the right thing.
Your sister full of shit. Excuse me?
Because I mustn't get in the way of what she's trying to do. I've already betrayed her once before. I can't do it again.
You betrayed her? What do you mean?
That's why I can't see it because it's not fucking loading. I have to accept that I may be found guilty. It's the only way.
What is she talking about?
You know about it, don't you, Mr. Wright? About the fake kidnapping that took place here on Eagle Mountain 11 years ago.
No way she was involved in that too.
That was the start of it all. It's what started her down that twisted path. She started to commit crime after crime, and in the end, she lost her life.
Still deserved though.
It's all because I betrayed her.
How did you betray her, Iris?
It was no coincidence that Eagle Mountain is where the exchange was to take place. After all, I helped plan the whole thing.
What?
But I got scared, so I ran away.
What are you talking about? Why would you help her? Stealing $2 million from your own father? That's awful.
But I promised that I'd help. And I didn't do it for the money.
Like I'm supposed to believe that shit? Really?
Shut up, I'm talking right now.
Huh?
It was revenge. Our father.
Revenge? Why are you making me move on my cursor all the way up? What do you mean by revenge?
He was a hideous man. He threw her mother away and then sent her to hell.
Her
I
mother?
mean, good. I would too.
She must be talking about Morgan Fay.
I would too. Her mother was the eldest daughter of the main branch of the Fay family. The main family had a lot of influence in many businesses and political circles at the time. As the eldest daughter, our mother was set to inherit all of that as the next master. That's the reason why our father married our mother in the first place. For power. This plan backfired. Because our mother's sister took it all from her. He took over as the master of... Is that why Dahlia killed her?
She didn't. Oh, she didn't kill her. It was, you know. But I get it. No, what? Wait, killed who?
Misty. Because she took away from Morgan. So as revenge.
Yes. No. Yes. 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 Yes, you're right. That would be Misty Fay,
Maybe.
Maya's mother. That would make the most sense.
But before long, the credibility of the Korean tradition hit rock bottom. The new master, Mystic Misty Fay, made a terrible mistake. It was during the investigation of the DL6 incident.
I saw Duck walk in the stream.
After that happened, my father took me and my twin sister away, leaving our mother and our home behind. He hated the place. He said it was a hick dive, and that he had no reason to stay there.
That's when you came here to Hazakura Temple?
Yes. The woman my father took as his next wife already had a daughter, Valerie. I had no place in his new family, you see?
Oh.
And I haven't seen my mother once since then. Having the master's seat stolen from her and being rejected by her own family. I've heard she's been battered spiritually and emotionally.
I think I'm finally beginning to see how the pieces fit together.
Ah! I wasn't looking.
How do you look away as soon as the text goes away? What the?
I have asked her everything I can in my capacity as a prosecutor.
Girl, you did not do shit.
This incident. Everything related to it goes back of the history of the Fae clan.
That's what it looks like.
Okay, goodbye.
Iris, just one more thing I want you to tell me.
What is it?
During the incident in which your sister, Dahlia Hawthorne, poisoned a lawyer, she began a relationship with a certain college student in order to hide the evidence. That college student, have you heard anything about him?
Well, I did hear one thing.
That he's kind of cute.
He's kind of cute, yeah. She said she hated his gut.
What's
Hey, I don't mean that. She didn't mean that. She was just being silly that day.
I see.
No.
Thank you for your help.
Phoenix! Oh! You're welcome. Hurry up, Phoenix Wright. There's still much to investigate. He's like, you can't fix a broken heart. Leave this lock to me. I'll open them for you, I promise.
Thank you. I suppose I better continue my investigation. There's still one giant secret left to unlock. Pearl's Psyche Lock. Come for you, Pearl Spooky!
Pearl, Pookie, Pookie, Pookie.
February 9th, Heavenly Hall. Look at that! They really did make a fire, right in front of the shack.
Aren't you forgetting something, Mikachu?
There you go. Ha! You're too late, Nick. If you came here for one of our potatoes, we've already polished them all off. I think I've pretty much got all the evidence I need. Now I just need to find out what Pearls is hiding. Come on, Pearls. You can tell me. What happened to you on the night of the murder? Why were you found taking refuge at the inner temple today? Ah, this must be one big secret she's hiding. Let me see them pretty locks, baby! The night of the crime. After dinner on the night of the murder, you were supposed to be in Elise Donham's room reading a book together, correct?
Yeah, I still have feelings like me. But I didn't go in the end.
You didn't go?
No, somewhere else I had to go instead. I was so worried. I had to go. I didn't know what to do with myself. I was so nervous.
So Pearls never went to Miss Donham's room because she was too worried about something or someone else. Pearls. On the night of the murder, you went to this place, didn't you? Well, what are you thinking? What are you cooking?
Maybe Maya channel too.
Channel 2.
Dahlia.
Yeah, that's what I was saying earlier.
I know, it's because you originally said, like, maybe it was Pearl.
So the one thing I'm very confused about is where she would be. Oh.
In the inner temple!
Yeah, that's what I was thinking, but I wasn't sure.
Oh my god, wait, pet me.
I don't think this is like probably the last lucky lock of the game. Plus it's Pearl, and Pearl usually keeps her secrets very close to herself. So I think this will be a very hard psyche lock, but we will. You went here, didn't you, Pearls? Looks like she's still not going to open up to me. This is where you went because you were so worried, right? And the next question is, who or what were you so worried about? Now, I'm going to take a guess and you can tell me if I'm right or wrong. Okay?
You mean you know? She's so
If I'm
cute.
right, will you tell me the whole truth?
Oh,
Live objection reaction. Hello, Uzi. Welcome to stream. You went to this place for one very simple reason, and that is... Give me a second. Hold on. Un momento. Why would Pearls go to the inner temple? This should be so much more obvious than it actually is. This should be than I'm actually thinking it is. Oh god. Brain. I can do this. Feel free to help me out here, by the way.
Girl, no, you got it.
Don't do that to me. At least say you don't know. Be honest.
No, you got it. I never said I knew what it was. I just said you got it.
You went to this place for one very simple reason, and that is this. No way it'd be your talisman. That doesn't make any sense. Reason is simple, according to the game text. Yeah, I know. Probably overthinking it really hard. So let me recap. She didn't go to her room because she was afraid of something. Right? Is that what it was? Or that she was scared of something? Let me look back on the log. You were so worried, right? She was worried about something. What was she worried about?
Maya? She wanted to go check on Maya. Or it's the burnt letter.
I feel like this comes later. I'll be honest. Oh,
Maybe.
do I trust on Pookie power?
I don't trust on my own Pookie power.
But you gotta trust your Pookie power. This is what you taught
Not
me.
really.
Yes. No. Come on. This is like you're my sensei. You taught me the ways of Pookie power. Now you have to believe in your own words.
I'm just Pearl, you know? I know everything. You just gotta figure me out.
Okay.
I can't tell you the secrets on how to solve this.
I mean, it would make the most sense what she's worried about. She's worried about Maya. Pookie Nation, rah! It's obvious that you were so worried about Pearls. It was Maya, wasn't it? You knew that the training Maya was undertaking was dangerous. After all, it was the special course.
I signed up for your special course. I can talk again.
Well, my, quite brave if considering how cold it is. Young people can be so reckless with their health. Don't blame yourself if you become one with those who channel.
Mr. Bikini scared you with what she said, didn't she? Because it was you who introduced Hasakura Temple to Maya in the first place. You felt responsible, didn't you?
Thinking about what happened in Mystic Maya made me more and more worried. I couldn't sit still at all. I forgot words. That's why I decided to go and find out how she was doing at the inner temple.
Then we're clear now that you went to the inner temple that night, Pearls. What's not clear is what happened after that. And about what time was it when you headed over to the inner temple?
It was probably around 9:30 when I left the main hall. I had the real training was supposed to start at 10. I wanted to get there before it started. But there was so much snow and I didn't get there until after 10 o'clock.
Until after 10? How did you know what time it was?
Because I heard the bell ringing for lights out.
She heard the lights out bell. The Hasakura Temple bell's pretty small though, isn't it? You must have really good hearing.
I was really trying to pick out the sound of the bell, that's all. I didn't want to miss it, that would be terrible.
She was trying to hear the bell. Tell me, Pearls, why were you so worried about hearing that bell?
Huh? Oh,
I think I know why. The reason you're so worried about that bell is because of this.
I know what the answer is. Give me a moment. Let me think of the timeline.
So from 7 to approximately 10:50. Yeah,
I mean-
okay.
maybe it's because of the letter. Maybe something in the letter says something about like at 10 o'clock you gotta do this thing. Be careful, blank,
Time
blank.
falls. As soon as you hear the lights out bell, you must channel her spirit, leave everything up to her. That's actually a very good point. You might want to present those. There's one more thing I want to check though. Is I need to recall the timeline of Iris's activity.
She was balling and then she wasn't.
It's funny as hell. But the thing is, if we know Iris is at the inner temple, you were given some instructions to follow for that night, weren't you? I presume you recognize these pieces of paper.
Where did you?
In the incinerator at inner temple. In the incinerator
Oh,
at the inner
girl.
temple. Whoa, I can't talk.
Pearl.
Pearls, you were following the instructions in this letter that night, weren't you? That's why you couldn't afford to miss the sound of the lights out bell.
I'm speechless, Mr. Nick. You're amazing.
These instructions that were found in the incinerator, I believe they were written for you, Pearls.
For me? No.
As you can see, a large portion has been burnt. The last section is still fairly legible. As soon as you hear the lights out bell, you must channel her spirit.
Mm.
Who was it, Pearls? Whose spirit were you supposed to be channeling? Taking into account the author of the note and their purpose for writing it, whose spirit would Pearls have been trying to channel? Don't overthink it, Phoenix. It's pretty obvious who Pearls was supposed to channel. The person you were trying to channel that night, Pearls, was... I'm assuming it's Dahlia, right? Who's dead? Let's take inventory of our dead people. We have Mia Fey.
Take an account as well that you couldn't channel anyone.
Yes, the person she was trying to channel was already alive.
So Morgan. Not Morgan.
Misty.
Misty.
Do we have Misty in here? We don't.
Went over her.
Ah, yes, of course. Please don't. Yeah.
I mean, maybe, I don't know if it's her, but...
Okay. What do you think?
It would make more sense. I don't know. I feel like it's Dahlia. But with Phoenix
Dahlia...
saying don't overthink it, that it makes me want to overthink it, and I don't feel okay with that.
Okay, so our dead people are as follows. Wait, no, because this person has to be alive, but they need to be presumably dead.
They have to be.
Well, if we know that she failed channeling, then she either has no channeling powers, which is unlikely because she's the goat.
We don't know if she failed channeling. She said, I am getting punished. I can't channel anymore. So maybe, like, she is getting punished for trying to channel Dahlia or something like that.
That means she succeeded in channeling Dahlia. She committed a sin, and now she, like, feels horribly guilty.
Yeah,
right?
That's what I'm saying, that these two people are just as probable.
But that means she still tried to channel someone else, I presume? I don't know.
I highly doubt Pearl was the one who channeled Dahlia. Yeah, but...
Because let's think of it this way. We have to think about who wrote the note and why they'd want to channel someone, or channel this specific person. So if they're channeling Dahlia, then the author's Morgan. Right? Because who would want her to channel Misty?
If it's Dahlia, if she's trying to summon Dahlia, then it would probably be, Iris who wrote the letter. That's what I'm thinking. So she said she was aware that Dahlia was supposed to be there. So.
And I guess she felt obligated to help. Wow, they really are similar, huh? Gee, man, you guys look very nice today. Sure nice, there's two of you. Well, not anymore. All right. Yeah, I guess it's not overthink it, right? It was Dahlia Hawthorne, wasn't it? That was the name that was in the letter. What? Huh? Fellas, don't tell me that was in the letter the entire time now. Don't tell me that. I mean, it is her. Here is a picture of her. Use it when you channel her. I know you can do it. Her name is... Yeah, you can't see it, D.
Her name is blank.
She is our... Oh my god, can I read? She is our ally. The whole... I don't know, we'll see. I'll just let the game do the thing. That was the name that was in the letter. Thank you, controller. God damn. That's a little Farben cat. What is she? It's just as I suspected. It wasn't Iris whose sister Bikini met at the inner temple that night. It was Dahlia Hawthorne.
Well, no, it was Pearl.
Do you know anything about her, Pearls? Do you know what kind of a woman Dahlia Hawthorne was?
No. I never heard of anyone by that name before reading those instructions.
I thought so. Pearls doesn't have any clue. She doesn't know that Dahlia is her sister. About the instructions in the letter I found, Pearls. Who wrote them? Whoever it was asked you to channel the spirit of someone you'd never heard of. You must have quite a lot of respect for them. After all, you followed their instructions without question. So here's my next question. Who wrote this set of instructions for you to follow?
Morgan?
Morgan? It could also be
Not Morgan, sorry. Wait.
It could
Yeah,
be
I said
Morgan.
Morgan on accident, but yeah.
It could be Morgan or it could be Iris.
Misty. Oh, I was thinking of Misty.
Yeah, no, I was thinking the last person could be Misty. But again, you have to think of like the motivation, the reason why she'd write this letter.
Misty wanted to die a peaceful death and asked one of
Yeah. Because
Nah, Morgan.
wait. So if we're presuming that Dahlia is channeled Pearl, is Pearl?
It was Pearl Faye. She wrote the instructions herself.
No. Hold on. I'm trying to think of the chain of events here. So that means Iris is the one bringing the bell at the temple. Dahlia is at the inner temple with Bikini. Then who's the murderer? Hold on. I know I'm like thinking like 16,000 steps ahead. Who is the author of the note?
Morgan.
Let me read it
Why would you
again.
disobey Morgan?
As soon as you hear the lights out bell, you must channel her spirit. Leave everything up to her. It makes more sense for this to be Morgan than Iris.
I said Morgan. You are the only person doubting yourself here.
I said Morgan first and you said it as a meme. I'm
Well,
just like,
it's not,
I'm quadruple
I didn't
checking
say
my
it as a
facts.
meme.
I'm quadruple checking my facts right now, okay?
Okay. And I didn't say it as a meme.
Well, you said it on
Meme.
accident is what I'm saying. I said it on purpose, and then I'm just like, listen, I don't want to jump too harshly, okay? Jump in too hastily. I'm just a little worried. All right. Pearls. I have to wonder about something. You didn't have any idea what these instructions meant, did you? But you followed them to the letter regardless. Why? Because it was your own mother who asked you. That's why.
How did you?
I figured it out. The person who wrote you this letter was your own mother, Morgan Fay. All right, Pearls. It's time you started telling me the truth. Is she holding back from me? I don't like this.
doesn't beat me. It's because I'm a child.
Huh?
If you can't understand, I follow these instructions. I'd like to see some proof.
What?
Because I just don't think you have any.
Ugh. You'd say anything rather than admit to carrying out those instructions. I guess I'll have to produce some more evidence then. One more thing should do it. All right, Pearls. We both know someone carried out these instructions on the night of the murder. But you're right. There's no evidence that proves it was you.
I knew it.
However, I do know that whoever did it was a child.
What? Huh? How do you know that?
It couldn't have been an adult. No adult would have made a simple mistake like that.
A simple mistake? What do you mean by that?
I'm sure you thought you were carefully following the instructions you'd been given. But you misunderstood some of the words, and this is the evidence that proves it. Alright, so then let's take a quick read of the letter once more. Be careful. Something something. Once night falls, something 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 should be there. As soon as you hear the lights out bell, you must channel her. Spirit, leave everything up to her. Her name is Dahlia Hawthorne. She is our ally. The whole... something about the family. Here's a picture of her. Use it when you channel her. I know you can do it. The reason why... If we're under the presumption that she failed to channel her... did she?
Hold on.
Because what's possible...
Let me try to fill up the gaps here. With like the information. Can I?
Yeah, go ahead.
Can I?
Yeah.
Okay, go back to the other page. The other page. Okay, never mind, the other page.
This is the first page. It's in the... Oh, I guess you can't see it on screen share.
Maybe it's like, be careful, and then the name of the person who she's talking to. Once night follows, Maya should be there. As soon as you hear the lights
Out bell.
out bell, you must channel her spirit. Leave everything up to her. Her name is Dahlia Hawthorne. She's our ally. The whole
Something about the family.
The whole branch family is counting on you or whatever. So here's a picture of her. Use it when you channel her and they can... Maybe. Once this is...
There's no word after this. I don't... Actually, there might be.
Once this is done, burn the letter. Also, make sure you don't tell anyone about this letter. Gravely roast the master in the fires of Hades and bring your vengeance to fruition. Oh! Gravely roast the master of the tradition in the fires of Hades, which wasn't done, and bring our vengeance to fruition.
Yeah. The other thing I'm thinking is that if she did fail to channel her, which I'm not sure of, but I'm just spitballing here. It's most likely that she saw the picture of Dahlia, was like, hey, that looks like Iris. Why doesn't it work?
You're uncool.
I know, but it's most likely the burn her remains thing. The question is, what do I present then?
I don't know.
Do I present the sketch?
That'd be funny.
No, because this would actually explain what the hell this is.
Wait.
Gravely roast the master in the fires of Hades and bring our vengeance to fruition.
That's what I was gonna say. Gravely roast the master. Do you think she was the one who just set the bridge on fire?
I think...
She set the cart on fire and then fucking put it on the bridge on fire. Question mark.
It's so difficult. It's either that or it's like the fact that she mistaked Iris for Dahlia. Which, I don't know, that doesn't seem as likely. I think it's something to do with this picture. I don't know if I present the note again. That seems silly. But like, how am I, here's her profile. You did not burn her body, as I can still, her body is there. Nope. This shows the mistake you made.
I guess you know what I'm about to say, huh? I don't think it's a mistake, Mr. Nick. It's you.
But the person who read these instructions must have been a child. That's why they misunderstood the meaning of that word. It's the only explanation for how such a simple mistake could have been made. Okay, Pearls, I'll go over it again. The person who read these instructions... Yeah. So there's some word. It's specifically a word she misunderstood.
Okay, let's go through every single word. I think it's gravely roast the master in the fire of Hades and bring our vengeance. I feel like it's the fire.
What fire?
Or the word roast, anyways. Even that sentence confuses me.
The question is, okay, prime photo. I mean, we need to think about how she was murdered then. And what it
I was thinking maybe you don't have to think about how she's murdered. You have to think about why she wasn't murdered, why she wasn't caught on fire. And because it's gravely roast the master of Karain. I literally said it. And she isn't. I said it. You can rewind stream all you want. I said Gravely roast the master, in parentheses, of Karain village, end parentheses.
Did you tell me about the scroll?
Huh?
Were you talking about the scroll?
Yeah!
And you just didn't say go to the scroll?
Well, what's the fun in that?
What the? Then don't act like you were telling me.
I was cooking.
Girl, you forgot to put the food on the table. I didn't see it.
Well, no, I didn't put it on the table, dipshit. I put it on the folder for the flyer. What's it called? A poster.
It was you who splattered gravy on this hanging scroll, wasn't it?
What? Why would I do something like that?
Do you remember what was written in that letter? Gravely roast the master in the fires of Hades and bring our vengeance to fruition.
She's so...
But you didn't know how to read the words gravely and roasts, among others, right?
I didn't know that.
Remember the conversation you had with Miss Donham on the night of the murder?
Perhaps we can read some books together.
Really? I thought you... I'm not very good at reading.
Well then, would you like to practice reading with me?
Oh, so, for example, how do you read this?
It says gravely. That's kind of a tough word.
There's no way she showed the letter to Misty.
That's crazy. Sure, Miss Donham taught you how to read gravely and roast. But what she didn't teach you is what they meant.
Gravy sound like gravy, so the only roast I could think of was the food.
And that's why you did it. That's why you covered the picture of the master in gravy from that night's pot roast.
It's so fucking funny.
That is
To
pretty
be
funny.
honest, I think I did a bit strange. I guess I really did get the wrong idea. For the better.
Just a tiny bit.
I really am useless. I couldn't even bring the letter properly up, so my mother had asked of me. Such a simple thing, and I couldn't even do it right.
Unlock successful.
That's a good point. I wonder what Elise is thinking when she read a letter detailing a murder plan that was given to a child.
What an interesting little book you've got here. The murder murder of Misty Faye. Oh, a cult classic.
A cult. After dinner that night, I did go to the inner temple. A pot full of leftover gravy.
The gravy.
I saw the picture on the hanging scroll near the secret cavern. I was sure it was the master of terrain like it said in the letter.
I see. And then?
Well, it was already way past 10 when I got there because of all the snow. So I went to the inner temple guest area.
The guest area?
Yeah, I thought I could wait there until training was over.
Why didn't you just go to the training hall?
Because Mr. Kamaya's main training had already started and I couldn't interrupt it. I just stayed where I was prayed for her to get through it. What? But then
Pearls? Did you fall asleep?
I'm sorry, I didn't mean to. I just can't help it.
Hey, don't worry about it, Pearl. Who cares if you fell asleep? I fell asleep waiting for Iris too. It happens. Anyway, then you found yourself trapped at the inner temple?
Yeah, I woke up. It was morning. I tried not to cry, but Dusky Bridge wasn't there anymore, and there wasn't anyone in the training hall. I thought everyone had left me because I overslept. I threw the letter into the incinerator, then I heated up the leftover gravy
And let off some steam by chucking the gravy on the scroll while you cried? Ugh. How's it looking, guys? Welcome to stream.
She's so
Hi.
cute. I love her so much.
It must have been pretty scary for you, Pearl. I know what it's like, Nick. So I know what it's like. Nick used to leave me behind when I fell asleep at school too. Don't equate something so trivial with her experience, Larry.
Was it right in my mother's letters? They said as soon as he had lights up, I must tell her spirit. I was on my way over to her temple and I heard the bell ring.
So you channeled Dahlia Hawthorne's spirit?
No. I tried, but I couldn't do it.
You couldn't do it.
Someone else channeled her.
I guess it's possible, yeah.
Someone else could have channeled her. That's why she couldn't call her over, because she was already physically embodied.
And someone else.
Maya, maybe. I
Yeah.
never felt that channeling someone. This is the first time it's happened. I tried and tried and tried and tried. Yesterday, this morning, the whole time. Don't know. I just couldn't do it.
Don't let it get you down, Pearl. It'll all work out. If you want, I'll come flying through the sky for you. Whoosh, just like that.
Derpy. What if Iris is Dahlia? Iris is actually the one who's dead.
That would be kind of crazy. Oh my god.
Because
It
if what Dahlia, quote unquote, if what Iris said, she would do anything to help her sister, correct? Right. If she would do anything to protect or to help her sister, that also could include sacrificing her own life for her sister.
Potentially.
So maybe she was the one who got executed. Because it's like, how did you know she got executed
Question is when they swapped.
before the execution?
Do you know how executions work? It's not like a public thing. She has to like sneak into the prison.
Well, she paid a visit. They switched clothes. And she's
Girl,
like,
I don't know
"Oh,
how
the
to tell you
bell's
this. There's like a wall between people in visiting rooms. You know this, right? You can't just like, hey, come over here for a second. Give me a hug.
there." Kill yourself, and then I'll channel you in here, and then you'll bring the clothes in here.
All right. So she never managed to channel the spirit. Is that why you think your spiritual powers are gone?
What to do? Channel me right now.
Isn't there any other explanation for why you couldn't channel a spirit?
I suppose there's one other possibility. It's not very likely, though.
Could you please tell me what it is anyway?
It could happen if someone else was already channeling the same spirit. I could.
Someone else? What do you mean?
Well, there's only one of each spirit, right?
Yep, it's like dating a girl, Nick. You can't see a hot chick if she's already taken.
You can't talk. You were all up on Desiree, like last two cases.
True. Then that would mean on the night of the murder, someone else channeled her spirit before Pearls could. Someone else channeled the spirit of Dahlia Hawthorne.
I cooked. I have a feeling. Thank you, Pearl. I'm so happy you're not the murderer. You don't understand, girl. I couldn't even grant my mother's final wish. Oh, she's getting executed! Yeah! Woo!
Her final wish? Hello? Why you do that? I want to take a peek at
Yeah.
this.
This letter. The gently roasted letter. This is my last wish, he said.
Where is that in the letter? Let me see if we can find it. Yeah, I don't know where she says this is my last wish. No, I'll tell you this, champ. Anyway,
Maybe she handed it.
yeah, I guess.
Maybe she handed it to Pearl, which is why Pearls would even suggest to come here in the first place.
Yeah.
So make sure you follow the instructions carefully.
This letter. Definitely need to find out more about it.
My mother has gone to a place called Penitentiary.
I don't know if you're trying to make it sound like Pearl doesn't know how to say the word, or if you just don't know how to say this word.
Both.
Penitentiary.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know, Pearls.
Every month. And that's when she told me.
Do you want to do her?
Yeah, sure. The time we've been waiting for has come, Pearl. There's something I need you to do for me. I hid a letter for you at our home before they brought me here. I want you to read it and do exactly what it says. It's for the good of the Fae clan, my angel. You'll be doing a great thing.
You're gonna trust the woman that tried to sabotage your cousin?
Now listen carefully and I'll tell you where the letter's hidden. Oh, it's always so nice to me. I love you very much.
Yeah, moms do anything for their kids, right?
He said it was for the good of the Fae, so I knew I had to help her. I like Maya's part of the Fae clan, so it had to be good for her too. Do you see where she is right now? That's right, isn't it, Mr. Nick? Oh, you're gonna have to break it to me.
I guess so, yeah.
There's a picture in front of it too. Oh.
A picture?
I was Dahlia Hawthorne. Usually a picture is enough to channel someone's spirit, but this time...
Pretty weird, huh? Like Larry knows anything about this stuff.
There's something else that was strange about my mother's letter. The seal on it was broken, as if someone had already opened it once before.
It sure is pretty strange. Someone had opened it already? Burnt letter.
It was Edgeworth.
Orders from Morgan Fay, opened once before. Updated in the court record. Thanks, Pearls. You really helped me out.
You're very welcome. My mother is watching over us. I'm sure Mystic Maya will be alright.
Look at that innocent smile on her face. What am I supposed to say to her? Ha! Finally figured it out, have you, Trade? You finally realized how terrible of a crime being painfully obvious is. Goto! The entrance to the sacred cavern looks like a freaking puzzle workshop. Here he's talking about Iris and the lock-breaking effort. But it's all a waste of time. Well, why do you say that? Because Maya Fey isn't coming back. What? You don't know what you're talking about. How can you say something like that? It was your job to protect her, Trade. Just like it was your job to protect Mia Fey. Two sisters, caught up in the worst circumstances. I realized that, but... And you were the only one who was by their sides. You were the only one who could have saved them. But... I didn't know anything about what was going on. Ha! What did I just say, Trade? Being obvious is a heinous crime in itself.
Debbie, please.
Tomorrow. We'll settle everything in court tomorrow. Once and for all.
Mr. Nick, who is that hideous man who just walked up to you? Is that what that man just said true?
This theme is so good. It'll be alright, Pearls. I'm sure Maya's alive. You'll see her for yourself tomorrow.
Yeah, that's right. I know I can trust you, Mr. Nick. I swear to God if she's not back. Oh, hell no. My dear Pearl. You've done so well, my child. My Pearl. It's better that you don't know what you've done. I knew this day would come for you. The blood of the main family is no more. Now, finally, After all this time, the master's seat is yours. My last great wish. It seems I was just in time.
To be.
I'm going to kill
Continued.
you. I'm going to. She's already. I'm going to kill her anyways. This is not the appropriate time to be playing such a happy little song. I don't. Fuck.
Okay, Bomber Pikachu, goddamn! Mika Bomber.
I got a little too passionate.
Or how about we try channeling Maya to check if she's dead? That's a good point.
No one thinks of that though. Everyone's a little stupid.
Oh, stupid. My God, I can't believe this is. I can't believe we were halfway through this investigation period and it still took us an hour and a half. You ready to start? Or do you want a moment?
No.
You want a moment? You can take a little intermission. It's okay. Peekaboo.
Sorry, Mesh sent me something and my jaw dropped and I cringed so hard. Anyways.
Extra long stream to finish the trial. We're gonna split this in half. So we're gonna get half, if not most of the trial done today, and the next week will be the final stream. But we're not finishing this all
I'm
today.
worried for my voice.
Hmm?
I'm worried for my voice. Doing the Pearl takes a bit. How come Pearl is the only one with an M name? We got Misty Faye, Morgan Faye, Mia Faye, Maya Faye. Ignore Iris and Dahlia for a second.
Yeah.
Why is Pearl the only one with
Without
a
an
weird
M?
fucking name? Yeah.
She's special. She's wearing pink. The rest of them wear purple.
Maybe it wasn't like Morgan who named them. Maybe it was like the dad. That's why they all have weird fucking names.
Mayhaps.
Oh, my favorite spirit channeling technique with Malia Hawthorne and Myris and Merle Faye.
Mary Faye would be pretty.
Maria Faye.
Maria. All right.
Margaret.
Margaret Faye. Let me know when you're ready to start. Do you think you're mentally prepared? Do you think you're mentally prepared?
Mm-hmm. Like,
Sure.
not really.
Marjane Faye. Is that right?
Hmm?
Never mind. Don't worry about it.
Margarine?
Margarine? Am I stupid? Yeah, I'm stupid.
Yes. Marjane Faye. It's not Murpy G.
Leah, no. All right.
Murpy G, it's gonna be okay.
Well, okay. So, King Ice, here's the plan, right? What's most likely going to happen is that Mika is going to be streaming Ace Attorney Investigations on her channel. Which, by the way, if you guys want to check out Mika,
maybe later, cause fucking Sonium Files is on sale.
Yeah, she might be. Listen, she's on like a huge visual novel acid trip. So I don't know.
Do you guys like Ace Attorney? Yes. Do you guys like puzzles? Yes. Do you guys like escape rooms and murder mysteries? Probably. So, I'm gonna stream that game. I'm for Zerpy to be there because Zerpy was my #1 fan of.
Well, I will always be there, but whenever I can be there, I will be.
Yeah. Because when I was playing Zero Escape, which is like the game before the one that I want to play, right? It was so good, and I was so sad I couldn't stream it to any of you because you guys would love it. But I'm gonna play its spiritual successor. And while I was playing Zero Escape, Derpy was like, how do I explain this? Hunched over his desk, hand on his chin, thinking hard about like what's going on, and like trying to figure out the story lore. It was so much fun because we would be like, this doesn't make sense until as soon as we say that something gets explained, and we're like, oh my god, we're so smart, we're so good.
Anyway, so if you're wondering if I'm ever going to play investigations, you know where to look. But I will be playing the Apollo Justice trilogy next after this trilogy is over. With you, of course. That'll be later down the line, though. In the meantime, after this game, we'll probably Portal, because I really want to play Portal.
He wants to play Portal, chat.
Don't freaking hit me with that low tone, like, oh, he wants to play Portal, chat. How boring. Shut up. Ready to start?
Yeah. Sorry, I want to be pretty for a bit.
All right.
Because I know I'm going to have to lose my voice with Pearl.
Episode 5, Bridge to the Turnabout, Part 4-1, Trial.
I love being cunty.
February 10th, 9:39 a.m., District Court, Defendant Lobby, number 1. I gotta crank this shit. Why does it get quieter? Bro, turn this shit up.
I have to put it at 200 to hear anything. I'll put it at 185, actually. Skelly still wants you to play Stanley Parable.
Oh, good morning. Are you by yourself?
Seriously, does
Why
this
are you
do
buzzing
anything?
it down?
I don't understand if the volume slider does anything. It really pisses me off. Whatever. Anyway.
Mr. Nick, why are you buzzing it down on the dance floor? We're about to convict someone of murder.
Morning, Pearls.
Mr. Nick, please tell me what's gonna happen to Mystic Maya?
I'm sorry. We don't know yet. The investigation is still going on, so I wasn't allowed into the inner temple.
Oh, I see. My sister, are you still trying to remove those trick clocks in the training hall?
No, she's the defendant in this case, so she can't be at the inner temple. She's required to be here in court.
Then how come she's not in the defendant's lobby?
I have to admit, it's kind of strange. I have no idea who this is. If you're looking for Iris, she's in the prosecutor's lobby.
Oh, Francisco.
Oh, no.
Oh, God!
If you're looking for Iris, she's in the prosecutor's lobby.
Edgeworth. What's Iris doing over there?
She's going over today's testimony with the prosecutor as we speak.
Today's testimony?
You heard me. Iris is going to be testifying as a witness for the prosecution.
Wait, what?
The prosecutor is squeezing her for a confession. Or so I heard.
Francisca von Karma. What are you up to?
I know what you're
damn well
thinking,
it's not Francisco.
but Francisca isn't going to be the prosecutor for today.
What? Then who is?
Who else would it be but Godo?
Godo.
Francisca is engaged in some important work at the Sacred Cavern.
Oh, she's so cute. I love her for that.
The Sacred Cavern, you don't mean that she's...
Exactly. She's been out there all night, trying to remove those trick locks.
Oh my God, that's so much about I love her so much. She's like, I love my wife.
With the head nun's assistance, naturally.
Sorry, go ahead.
I love my wife. I'm gonna go save her now. Mr. PHOENIX WRIGHT.
We estimate that the last of the locks should be taken care of in about 3 hours. I hope everything continues to go smoothly and we receive some good news soon.
Yeah. Thanks, Edgeworth.
Prosecutor Godo intends to nail this case shut today. Be prepared to fight like there's no tomorrow.
You don't have to tell me that.
Touché. I can already see it in your eyes. You're not the same fever-ridden, frantic maniac you were yesterday.
It's strange. On the way here, I decided that today would be the end of all of this. Almost immediately after I made that decision, I felt myself getting stronger. Such an anime power boost ass up.
Interesting. Maybe you've passed your cold on to someone else, literally. With that, I leave the rest in your capable hands, partner.
Thanks.
I smiled.
I
Girl,
know
just
you-
like,
You better not cheat on Mystic Maya. I'm going to kill you.
Let them have some bromance, goddammit.
I love the romance between them.
Where's Sis-Mans, though?
We should have some bros, man. We should have some bromance between us.
I still don't have answers for most of the riddles plaguing this case. Circumstances around the murder of Miss Elise Donham. No, I mean Miss Misty Fey. The impossible flight Larry claims to have seen. And that woman is really after.
It's kind of obvious what she's after, honestly.
I will solve them all and bring this whole tragedy to an end.
Phoenix, you might be the slowest man I've known ever. February 10th, 10 a.m. District Court, courtroom number 7.
Who gave you the right to do that?
Me. I'm gonna flip you if you say otherwise. Ew, boo! Boo!
Yes!
Oh.
Court is now in session for the trial of Miss Iris of Hazakura Temple.
Your Honor, what are you?
Who? Me? Well, my little brother came to visit me in my chambers earlier this morning. All of a sudden, in the blink of an eye, he developed a scorching fever and fainted.
Oh, Phoenix did pass his cold to someone else.
Therefore, I'll be standing in for him.
I see, Your Honor. So they're brothers. That explains a lot.
My poor brother. He looked a bit pale. Not to mention sad that he couldn't be here.
You aren't.
Hit us with it. It's impossible to predict what the future has in store for any of us. This is precisely why people feel the need to judge the past. And we of the court have been charged with the solemn duty of passing such judgment.
Well said, Mr. Godo. I understand exactly what you said. At least until the end, anyway. Now then, Mr. Godo, please proceed with your opening statement.
Humans are fragile, fickle beings. Our hearts change with the shifting of the tides. There's only one thing that remains a constant in this crazy world. The bitter darkness that lies at the bottom of this mug.
So then you mean, forget it. What do you mean?
During yesterday's trial, the accused refused to admit her role in the crime. But today, she has had a change of heart. Sister Iris of Hazakura Temple has a confession to make.
Confession? The defendant?
Iris, why didn't you discuss this with me first?
But she's a hater.
The only logical explanation.
Very well. This court will now hear the defendant's confession.
I'm so happy the good judge is back. Your brother sucks, bro.
It's me.
Upon meeting a beautiful lady, I always ask her for her name and profession.
Don't cheat on your dead wife. Don't do that. Actually do, because I'll take it gladly, actually. Like, you don't need her. I do though. Like, pathetic. Bitch, you're gonna call her beautiful? She is beautiful. But have you seen me? Have you seen your wife? You're throwing. Sorry.
Sorry. Listen, I need a chance to buy. This is gonna be like one of the last times you hear this theme, and I'm very sad. This theme is really good.
I'm okay with that.
Big bangs, what can I say? That's one of my rules.
My name is Iris. I am but a simple nun undergoing training at Hazakura Temple.
Witness, is there something that you wanted to confess to?
Yes. But first I want to apologize to Mr. Wright. I was a bit skippity. I can't continue lying to everyone anymore.
Never again.
I'm sorry.
It's alright. What is it?
Mr. Wright, I have to admit that I did play a part in this terrible incident.
Are you actually confessing? Are you saying that you were the one who murdered Miss Elise Donham?
No, I am not, Your Honor. But I dealt with the cover-up after the murder took place. After her spirit left, I took the lifeless shell of Mystic Elise and carried it to the Hazakura Temple courtyard where I desecrated it.
Yes, you got desecrated. You got it.
Desecrate. No, it's because it says desecrated it.
No.
Desecrated it.
Desecrated it. I know it's.
Desecrated it. Desecrated.
You're like doing like a double D sound.
Whoa. What?
My bad.
Oh, order in the court, order. Witness, are you saying you were an accomplice of the murder?
Yes, that's correct. Oh, hold on.
What?
I'm in the wrong person. Hey guys. Or.
3 minutes in court and I'm already covered in a cold sweat. Everyone on the planet is an accomplice of something. It just so happens to be that in this case, it's to murder.
Gotta shut up.
Isn't that right, Mr. Trade? Ah, that Godo. So this is the confession they're conferring about. Oh, pains me to say this. It looks like Iris's testimony was all a lie. Iris's testimony crumpled up and shoved into a pocket.
Don't do that.
Now then, little lady, if you don't mind, I've got a question for you. Which crime were you trying to cover up by your actions? Iris is covering up for someone. Ugh, I'm definitely up the creek without a paddle or a life
He was
jacket.
gonna blame Pearl. I've been at Hazakura Temple ever since I was a little girl. Hazakura Temple is run by one of the branch families of the Korean tradition. One of our missions is to protect the main family.
I'm sorry, but main family.
Yes, that's why I would. That's. Oh God. Yes, and that's why I wouldn't dirty myself if need be to protect her. The daughter of the master of the Korean channeling. Do not blame. Oh my God. Please don't tell me she's blaming Maya in this moment. The daughter of the master of the Korean channeling technique, Mystic Maya Faye.
Huh? Wake up and smell the coffee, Trade. She's naming Maya?
Hey guys.
Order in the court. So not only did you witness the murder, you know the name of the murderer.
I'm terribly sorry, but it's true. I saw her commit the crime with my very own eyes. And then I cleaned up the area to try to protect her.
That's what I goddamn thought. That's ridiculous! Maya could never do it.
The defense will refrain from commenting until the appropriate time. Now, witness, let's hear your testimony. What exactly happened on the night of the crime?
Yes, Your Honor. Ooh, I'm
I
gonna
was prepared
strangle
for the
you.
unexpected. But I never imagined the case would wind up going in this direction.
Girl, I'm gonna punch you.
In this testimony, the real murderer.
I went to the inner temple that night and saw all that happened exhibited in the garden. Ooh, I saw Mystic Elise strike a Mystic Maya with her staff. While Mystic Maya was still slumbering, Mystic Elise moved in to deliver a fatal strike. Mystic Maya tried desperately to defend herself and stole the weapon. It was only in self-defense. You can't blame her for it.
Okay.
So it was in self-defense.
Yes, Mystic Elise is the one who attacked first. Oh, it's gonna ask you if you want to call it self-defense for Maya or not.
Oh, wow. We're bringing this shit back for real?
I- That's why I tried my best to protect Mystic Maya. Then why didn't you just, like, step in?
You moved the victim's body to the temple so that Maya wouldn't be suspected. Isn't that right? Not bad. You've got the instincts of a true criminal. Something's not quite right. I'm sure it was established yesterday that Iris never went to the inner temple that night. And that the person who did go was that woman. Iris even admitted to it.
Now then, Mr. Wright, please proceed with your cross-examination.
Cross-examination, the real murderer. Sister Iris, your testimony has changed quite a bit since yesterday. You stated yesterday that, on the night of the murder, you didn't go to the inner temple. Did she now? Too bad for you. What she said yesterday doesn't mean much today. By the way, where were you when she claimed that she didn't go? It was in the inner temple's training hall. A private conversation between the two of you does not constitute testimony. That will be properly described as hearsay.
What do you have to say, witness?
I just couldn't tell him the truth at that time.
Oh, that's crazy.
Mystic Maya, he's your girlfriend, isn't she?
That's
Girls
crazy.
in the crowd cheering like, yeah!
I ship it. My Enix forever, man. Famaya.
Help me.
Famaya.
Never again. Repeat.
Fire.
Never
There you go.
again.
I got the ship name. That's hashtag
Never.
fire. Hashtag fire for life, guys.
No. I didn't want to be the one to break it to you, so I saw her commit the murder. Like, Phoenix was nice enough to not break it to her that, like, oh yeah, by the way, your sister was my girlfriend who tried to kill me. No. He didn't do that, but she's gonna be like, oh, she's your girlfriend, sorry.
Sorry. There, we all understand how difficult this is for you. Now then, let's continue with the testimony. What did you witness in the temple garden?
Oh, Your Honor. Joey's
Domestic
rocking out in
noise.
the background.
You're saying that the victim attacked Maya? I mean, Miss Faye?
Yes, it was truly frightening scene. Mystic Maya was struck hard on the head and she looked like she was about to collapse.
What were you doing at the time? Why didn't you stop them from fighting?
I'm terribly sorry, Mr. Wright. I was frightened. I couldn't move. I couldn't even speak. I was in such a shock.
That's perfectly understandable, my dear.
Doesn't sound right. I don't believe this testimony for a minute.
What happened after that?
She went to deliver a fatal strike.
Yes, I'm sure of it. She threw her down to her staff and reached for a weapon.
Wait a minute. What was this weapon?
It was some kind of dagger.
A dagger, huh? And at least Donum tried to stab her with this weapon? To kill Miss Faye?
Yes, exactly.
You look like I did after I mistakenly took a swig of Worcester sauce. Worcestershire. My bad.
Worcestershire.
Worcestershire. Oh, okay. I shouldn't read the word fully, I guess. You have a problem with the testimony we're hearing from your client, lawyer boy? Do I have a problem with Iris' testimony?
Yes, because she couldn't have stabbed her with a dagger because the weapon was the victim's staff. Which, is it a dagger? It's a sword.
No one knows this except me and Detective Gumshoe. There's a certain problem if we reveal this now. And
Which is, it doesn't do anything if we reveal this now.
It's more so the fact that we'll be revealing that we were personally obfuscating evidence.
As if Edgeworth hasn't done that before.
But I think it probably will give us a game over, honestly.
Do what you want.
This is my client. Better not press her too hard. I'll come back to it if I need to. The defense has no objection to Miss Iris' testimony. You should try some nice sweet cafe con leche at least once tried.
Oh my god, he speaks Spanish. He's so hot.
Very well, let's continue with your testimony. What happened to
I
Miss
take
Faye when she
everything I
was
said
attacked
about
by the
him.
victim?
What happened?
I take every bad thing I said about him. He speaks Spanish. That's all I need.
My god. And then?
Mystic Maya she turned things around and then used the weapon she had taken and lunged forwards for a strike.
Well, witness, are you absolutely certain?
Yes, but believe me, she had no choice. If Mystic Maya hadn't done anything.
Maya Faye's name would have been written on this autopsy report instead. Yes, I see.
This is bad. Still can't put the pieces together. Unless I find a contradiction in her testimony, Maya's gonna get blamed for this.
I only have this to say.
So you're saying that Maya Faye was the one who stabbed Miss Elise Donham? Sister Iris, is that really what you saw?
Yes.
Tisk, Trade. If your mug is filled with black and bitter suspicions, the only way to get rid of them is to drink them down quick. Like this!
He's so immature, I love him.
I know that's supposed to be a metaphor, but I don't get it. There's only one thing you need to get, Trade. It's called evidence. Now hurry up, before my next cup gets cold. What does that mean? Is Goda waiting for me to point out the contradictions? I like to avoid the whole spirit channeling thing if I can. Not only would it be inadmissible as evidence, but I think it might actually hurt our standing with the judge. First, I need to pick her testimony apart and expose the unnatural sounding parts. I don't know why Iris would tell a story like this. There are two things I noticed that just don't add up. Ugh.
Man, her robe sure is pink. Actually, that's more of a blue thing.
It's more like a very harsh magenta, yeah. Like a very, it's like a max value magenta type thing. All right, let's press this, I guess.
I can't see! Okay, 3.
Your Honor, I have a small problem with the witness's testimony.
You do? But this witness is your old client.
Yes, well, nevertheless.
That's fine. Witness, let's add your last statement to the testimony.
Yes, sir.
Hey, just a moment. It's my job to say that. Listen, Gramps, I won't say it again. Final judgment will be rendered by me. Ugh. Okay, now, let's continue.
She threw her staff away?
Mystic Elise is trying to kill Mystic Maya. I think that's why she wanted a more lethal weapon.
It's true. It's not easy to inflict a deadly blow with a staff.
Sister Iris, let me make sure I've got this straight. The victim herself chose to throw away her staff.
Yes, that's what I saw.
Is there anything odd about that, Mr. Wright?
Yeah, it's all right.
Mystic Elise attacked Mystic Maya with the dagger. I'm sure of this.
Let's see. I guess it really does make the most sense to present this now, huh? I don't know, I just feel a little uncertain about it, but... Let's go. Sister Iris, there's something strange about your version of events.
Huh?
Miss Donham throwing her staff away makes no sense at all to me.
But all you can do with a staff is hit someone.
Naturally, you wouldn't know this, Sister Iris, but the victim's staff had a special feature about it. As you can see, it's a sword. If Elise Donham really had wanted to kill Maya Faye, she wouldn't have needed to use a separate dagger. Not when she already had a beautiful blade in her hands already. Well, Sister Iris, what do you have to say?
Dog, leave.
That was an impressive bit of investigating, Mr. Trade. I never would have thought there was a sword hidden in that staff. But even so, how should I put this? A long sword is unwieldy, and does quite ineffective in close quarters combat. Maybe that's why she chose a dagger over her blade. Well... Anyway, the type of weapon she chose to use isn't what's important. The important thing is that she tried to kill Maya Fey. As long as there's nothing strange about that, there's no problem with her testimony. But there is something strange about this whole testimony.
Well, Mr. Wright, the prosecution has a point.
Very well, Your Honor. The defense will now present evidence to back its argument.
Mr. Wright.
I have here another piece of evidence that shows that this testimony can't be trusted. Because Miss Elise Dona would never attempt to take the life of Maya Fey. Okay, let me see what we've got. This one indicated enough. Will we present her profile? I guess that makes the most sense, right?
I would have presented the necklace.
This
I
thing?
guess. Yeah, because she was the one carrying it, but I don't know.
Because the thing is, this just like shows she's the master of Korean Village, which doesn't link her
Which
necessarily.
she held. But that's how she knew. That's like how people knew it was her.
I don't know. I feel like it's too much of a leap in logic, but I'll try it second. I promise.
So crazy.
Elise Dona would never have attacked Maya Fey.
How could you be so sure?
Because the victim's real name was not Elise Donham. Her real name was Misty Fey.
Hey!
No, not Misty Fey. Mystic Misty Fey.
That's a tongue twister.
Jesus.
Mystic Misty Fey.
Yeah.
Mystic Misty Fey. Mystic
I'm getting fucked over here. You got to have all the easy shit.
Sorry.
Who is this Misty Fey? Is she related to?
Misty Fey is the master of the Korean channeling technique. She is also the mother of Maya Fey.
Are you serious?
Reiki. Is this really true, Mr. Wright? Was Elise Dunham actually the great Misty Fey? Mystic Misty? Fuck.
There's no doubt about it. Looks like Iris had no idea.
I can hardly believe it.
The idea that she would try to kill her only daughter, one she hadn't seen in 17 years. Perhaps the prosecution can offer some explanation for why she would do such a thing. Ugh. How's the Sonic guy? Hi.
Order in the court. Upon first hearing the witness's testimony, it seems natural enough. However, in light of some facts that have just been I had a stroke. Is that funny? In light of some facts that have just been presented. 1. That the victim supposedly threw away a sword during a fight. And 2. That the two people battling to the death were mother and daughter. Despite the facts being believable when taken on their own. When taken together, the entire story seems difficult to believe.
Listen, there's nothing in this world that is impossible. Except for one little thing.
Yes? What is this one little impossible thing?
Ah, you still don't get it.
I don't want to get it, actually, Goto.
You think maybe my beans are under roasted, but you have no idea, Gramps. Could you get to your point? Also, don't need to thank me, Sonic. Don't worry about it. Thanks for popping through. I heard this witness's confession this morning. Just as I had taken the first sip of my 8th cup of morning coffee. Do you really have 17 cups to start the day?
You're going to ruin your health, my friend.
Even the judge is concerned, please.
Rightfully so. That's too much cups of Joe. Anyway, after hearing this woman's confession, I had a detective who loves to investigate sent to the scene of the crime. And he discovered this little beauty.
Is that the dagger the witness testified to seeing?
Obviously, Your Honor. Do you not notice something else?
Now that you mention it, if you look closely, there appears to be blood on it.
But where did you find that? I didn't see that when I investigated the crime scene. Did you investigate the pine tree at the crime scene? Huh? The pine tree? This dagger was stuck in the backside of the pine tree. And the last blow was struck, ending the violent battle between the two women. This little baby was thrown in the direction of the back of the pine tree.
Which means the blood on this dagger belongs to the victim, correct?
Ha. Were you even listening, old man? I first heard this confession this morning, as I had taken the first sip of my 13 cup of morning coffee. Wow, he really does have a lot. Didn't you say it was your 8th just a few minutes ago? I didn't have enough time to get the blood analyzed on such a short notice.
In any case, the court will accept this dagger as evidence. Furthermore, I order that a blood test be performed on it immediately.
This is my sweetheart. Make sure you treat her right. What the hell, dude?
I wish he talked to me like that.
Bailiff, get this piece of evidence to the crime lab for testing immediately.
Dagger, found behind a tree in the inner temple garden. The blood is being analyzed now. I can't talk. Adds to the court record.
Now then, the testimony we've just heard had numerous unbelievable aspects to it. However, after having found the very dagger the witness spoke of, I believe we can consider her testimony to be credible.
Cute girls never lie. Ever. Okay, man. Thumbs up.
In any case, witness, if you could please testify again to this court.
About what, Your Honor?
About the incident you saw, the battle between the two women.
Yes, Your Honor. He has little glove thingies.
You mean Iris?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they're nice. I like them. Witness testimony, the battle.
Sorry, I wasn't looking. Mystic Maya stumbled briefly after being hit over the head with the staff. But then dodged Mystic Elise's attack and stole her weapon. Suddenly, Mystic Elise is the one on the defensive with her back to the stone lantern.
Okay.
That's when Mystic Maya stabbed Mystic Elise. Mystic Elise managed to fling the knife away, but then she collapsed.
That was a very heartbreaking story.
I can't see the dialogue. I don't know where we were. I don't know if there were any bad feelings between them, but it had been 17 years since Mystic Misty's disappearance. Perhaps they simply didn't recognize each other anymore.
That seems reasonable. Now then, Mr. Wright, please proceed with your cross-examination.
Cross-examination, the battle. Iris, where were you standing when you witnessed all of this?
What do you mean?
Well, if either of them had noticed you, they might have continued their battle.
I wonder if that's true. The two of them, they were standing near the garden's stone lantern. Holy shit. I was watching the whole time from behind. It was really dark. There were only two of them there, so... I think that's why they didn't see me.
So it was dark in the garden when the murder took place. Tell me, what did Miss Maya Fey do after that she was stuck?
Alright. What happened to the victim's staff then?
I'm not sure. The area was very dark, so I really couldn't see. I think it got knocked away somewhere as the fight escalated.
That makes sense. That would explain the need for the dagger.
Mystic Elise raised the dagger to strike. Mystic Maya dodged it at the last second. Oof, my voice.
It's okay.
The dagger struck the lantern and fell to the ground. And then at some point, Mystic Maya picked it up. At some point is so specific.
Nothing sounds especially strange yet.
What did the victim do when the weapon was stolen from her?
She named Your Honor.
You're saying that Maya Fey turned the tables on the victim?
Yes. But Mystic Maya wasn't herself at the time. After all, her life was in danger.
I still can't believe it. The idea of Maya cornering someone at knife point, it's just silly. Buy me a burger!
Come on, buy me your burger, give me your wallet.
As they say, a cornered fox is more dangerous than a jackal.
I believe the correct description of a cornered fox is scared and petrified.
Your animal analogies have grown tiresome.
You were the one who started it.
Anyway,
Man babies in the courtroom again.
so after Maya Fey backed the victim into the stone lantern, what happened next?
That's Mystic Maya stabbed Mystic Elise, I said out loud.
Are you absolutely certain that's what you saw?
Yes, I'm almost certain.
Almost.
The garden was dark. I couldn't tell who was who.
What did she just say? So in other words, it could have been someone else entirely.
You know that Maya Fey was at the inner temple that night, and that the woman that was killed was Elise Donum. Isn't it fairly obvious who attacked who?
Ugh. Don't have anything to counter that yet.
Well then, witness, please continue with your testimony.
Yes, Your Honor. Oh. The two of them faced each other for a moment. And Mystic Maya rushed straight into Mystic Elise. This is a lot of Mystic. I'm getting tired. And Mystic Elise doubled over and fell to the ground.
So she was stabbed in the stomach, huh?
Yes.
Where did that dagger go?
I have no idea. Honestly, it is so dark and I couldn't see.
According to the detective who found the dagger, it was stuck into the pine tree in the garden. Most likely it was flung towards the tree after the struggle. That's the most likely explanation, yes.
After being stabbed in the stomach, did the victim collapse right away?
Now that I think of it, he seemed to stare at Mystic Maya for a while. Mystic Maya stood there, not moving an inch. It felt for a moment like time had just stopped. But then, suddenly, as if the spell had worn off, Mystic Elise fell over. Holy shit, I hate saying the word Elise and Mystic and... wait, Mystic Elise? Girly, wrong person.
Oh yeah, it should be Mystic Misty. This is like a reasonable story at first, but there's one thing that is completely impossible. The very idea of Maya stabbing someone. That alone is impossible, which means this faulty testimony must contain another contradiction in it somewhere. Okay, so what I'm thinking is the fight did occur, but it wasn't Maya technically. That's just like a guess at this point. I'm trying to think.
But then you'd have to declare it to be self-defense.
This is true. I'm on the tree in the inner garden. I was being honest now.
Peter pee-pee.
Yeah, what's up? You have something in mind? You have something in mind? What's up? Oh, Oh! You did the. Oh, that's why you mentioned her little hand thingies.
Yeah, I was trying to look at like her stuff.
Oh my god, it's
I'm a murderer!
It's Iris. It's so cutie patootie. So why does this have blood on it? That's alright, Leah. Don't worry about it. Being hit over the head with the staff. Then she dodged Mystic Elise's next attack and stole her weapon. Then Mystic Elise is on the one defensive. But back to the stone lantern.
Baby, I'm hungry. Can you DoorDash me some food?
Girl, not this again.
Oh, but speaking of food, I'll ask if I can have some food. I'm hungry.
On the Garden of the Inner Temple. That's the one that came from there. My back just sound like a glow stick. Stretch marker.
Same. Oh my god. I could be doing nothing and my back's gonna go like and I'm gonna be like, okay.
Wait. Huh? Hold on. Wait a minute. Loss of blood from stab in the back. Body fell 10 feet. I guess that could have happened at any point afterwards.
No, because the body fell
10 feet after
10 feet
death.
After death.
It could have been any point after death.
How did she even get there though?
Okay, where?
You know. There, to her death spot.
She was carried, I guess.
Why was she hidden in a room and then thrown out the window 10 feet?
You don't know that yet.
What if it was Misty who channeled Dahlia and Dahlia
You're thinking
just
too
stabbed
far
herself,
ahead.
and then she fell out the window and she's like, ooh, and then died.
We're only here to answer one question. What is the contradiction?
Too tired to figure it out.
Mystic Maya stumbled briefly after being hit over the head with that staff. Then she dodged Mystic Elise's next attack and stole her weapon. So she switched to using the dagger after being hit with the staff. Back to the stone lantern.
She was stabbed in the back. How could she have been stabbed? Like, if her back was against the stone lantern, she couldn't have been stabbed in the back.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Yeah, some stab in the back. Yeah, okay.
You're not.
I was trying the wrong thing. Oh!
Iris! He.
The witness's statement is clearly faulty, Your Honor.
I'm sorry, but I can see nothing faulty. Unfortunately, I will have to penalize you, Mr. Wright.
Did I just present on the wrong statement?
No.
I must be on the wrong track. I don't understand. From stab in the back. What?
You try to present it to that. To
To this?
lantern.
To this one?
The lantern image, yeah.
This one.
Yeah.
Dude,
And if it's still wrong, then we move on to something else.
Bro, I swear.
I don't think it is. I'm a little doubtful. But if we don't try it, we'll never know.
Bro, this game is so dumb! This shit it's the same thing!
It's not your
No,
fault.
no, I
It's
do
the
not
game's
wanna
fault.
hear
it's
this.
It's the judge's fault. It's the judge's fault. He's too stupid to, like, realize.
Oh, I have over 20 streams on this dog shit for what? Ah! Anyway. This game sucks.
I'm hungry.
Anyway. Something about you just isn't right today, Iris.
Huh?
Until now, I didn't think you were the type to make such a careless mistake. However, the testimony you just gave contains quite a few contradictions.
Oh, what do you mean? What's so wrong about my testimony?
According to you, Maya faced out the victim while she had her back to the stone lantern, which is what the... Correct?
Yeah, are you okay?
No, this game sucks.
That's right.
But in that case, the victim would have been stabbed in the stomach, right?
Yes, I think so.
But, according to the autopsy report, the cause of death was due to blood loss from a stab wound in her back.
Well then.
This proves that the victim was stabbed from behind, not from the front. Sister Iris, it appears that another seed of doubt has sprouted from your testimony.
Why is he so poetic?
Skoto's here.
What? What is the meaning of this, Mr. Wright?
Yeah, it's simple. People are like books. We've all got a front and a back. You get my drift?
Is that all you have to say?
I can also say that darkness loves to play with the human mind. Could you please knock it off with the cheesy proverbs and illogical metaphors already? The point is, too much of this testimony just doesn't make sense. Throwing away a useful staff, the people fighting being mother and daughter. And now, she falsely claims the victim was stabbed in the stomach.
There certainly are some inconsistencies.
Well, Iris, how about it?
Well, it's just...
If you ask me, you're just being too naive about the whole thing. What do you mean? My head hurts. There are 253 distinct types of bitterness in coffee. And to pick out each one requires total concentration and the use of all the senses. You're really concentrating on what this witness actually said.
Prosecutor Goto, explain yourself.
I know he's gonna be like, oh, it was in the dark. You couldn't see anything.
The witness was quite unambiguous about her own ambiguities when she said the garden was dark and she couldn't see clearly. A human needs one thing to see clearly, and that is light.
Light?
By the way, did you know? Hazakura has a rule that on nights when an acolyte is at the inner temple training, the stone lantern in the garden must be kept lit. I did wonder what that stone lantern was there for.
Well, if that's true, should the witness have been able to see the crime more clearly?
Normally, yes, Your Honor. But according to the head nun, Sister Bikini, on the night of the crime, it was impossible to light that stone lantern. Impossible? It hadn't been used in a long time and the wick was no good. In other words, it had to have been nearly pitch black in the garden that night. There could have been a faint light coming from the training hall, but that's all.
Most enlightening.
And how do you know that's Maya? How do you know she was a stab wound? How do you know what was this? Like, Goto, you are contradicting the rest of the testimony too. No offense, Pookie Bear.
Yes, that illuminating fact has chased all the contradictions away. If the staff was dropped, it would be difficult to see. It also explains why they didn't recognize each other. You can't see the demons that lurk in the night. That's why humans are weak. Isn't that right, Trade? No!
Order, order, order!
Here, Your Honor. Let me present the stone lantern into evidence. Maybe it will rekindle the flame of truth in your mind. Stone lantern, a lantern from the inner temple garden, was not lit the night of the crime, added to the court record. Why is he just sitting there with that look on his face? What's wrong, Your Honor? Was that flame too hot? He can't see red.
I said this a few
I know you did, but I'm just reminding everyone.
This lantern, there's something written on it.
Huh?
But why? It's written in blood.
Oh boy. The judge didn't know about that yet. Written in blood.
It says Maya upside down.
What the?
Oh, yes, that's right. After being cornered and stabbed by Mystic Maya, Mystic Elise didn't fall down right away. He must have been writing that on the stone lantern behind her. But why is it upside down, chat?
Yeah.
The blood that was draining out of her body. So poetic.
It certainly looks that way.
Hang on just a minute. What are you all talking about?
What do you mean, what are we all talking about?
We're talking about the message written in blood. Nonsense. This lantern, it's as clean as a whistle. Could it be? You can't see the bloody writing at all? Now that I think of it, he did say something to me yesterday. My eyesight is pretty messed up. Even with these huge goggles on my head, I still can't see everything. So that's what he meant by that.
In any case, this obviously is an important clue. We now know that the crime scene was dark, and that the victim scrawled this message on the stone lantern. Well, Mr. Godo, anything further? Mr. Godo?
Okay then, let's move on. Godo's literally shaking, and somehow, I don't think it's from the caffeine overdose.
Oh no.
I believe it has now been established.
What's up?
I feel bad for him now. Never mind.
That Miss Dodo was killed by Miss Maya Fey.
But that's just wrong. Now it's time to turn our attention to you.
Yes, sir.
After the victim died, you did something, didn't you? Let's hear it. We're all ears. Witness testimony, Sister Iris's cover-up.
After Mystic Elise died, I called out to Mystic Maya. I thought it was my duty to protect the future master of the carrying tradition. So I removed the body from the inner temple by myself. I dragged it behind me all the way across the ski bridge. And I used the snowmobile to carry it back to Hazakura Temple. I used the to alter the way the wind looked.
So you moved the body?
Yes, I was raised at Hazakura Temple. I owe a great deal thanks to the Fate clan. But even so, I never imagined that Ellie's student was actually Misty Faye. I've committed such a terrible sin.
A terrible trick of fate.
I believe you're looking for twist of fate, Your Honor.
I intended to return to the inner temple after taking care of the body. But
You were spotted by the head nun, correct?
yes, and that's why I couldn't go back.
Your story makes sense, I suppose. Mr. Wright, go ahead with your cross-examination.
Yes, Your Honor. Cross-examination, Sister Iris's cover-up. So you waited until everything was over before making a move?
No, it's not like that.
She saw someone murdered right in front of her eyes. It's not surprising that she was a little timid.
Yes, I suppose that's true. Sometimes when I'm watching lawyers argue back and forth with each other, I feel so helpless that I just sit quietly and wait for them to reach a conclusion.
Isn't it your job as the judge to mediate the argument?
It wasn't until Mystic Maya saw me that it finally dawned on her what she had done.
All I did to protect So then, you knew? You knew the significance of the name Maya Fey?
Yes, of course I did.
That's odd. I mean, Sister Bikini didn't recognize Maya's name, let alone her position.
Anyway, she was a very special person indeed.
I removed the body from the inner temple by myself. Why did you do that?
Because I didn't want Mystic Maya to be suspected in any way. I thought the best thing would be to remove the body from the crime scene and not remove the writing that's on the stone wall.
You moved her body all by yourself.
Yes, I did. It wouldn't have been impossible if it wasn't for the snow.
The snow, huh? It's pretty amazing you can make it all the way across. That's a rickety old bridge.
It looks worse than it is. It's surprisingly sturdy despite its age.
It's like they say, idiots are too stupid to catch even a simple cold. There's one other thing that bothers me. Why not just throw the body into the Eagle River? It would have been much easier than dragging it all the way to Asakura Temple.
I thought that that would cast too much suspicion on Mystic Maya. And not the writing? That's why I try to take the body as far away as possible.
Huh. Makes perfect sense to me. For the time being. Anyway, what did you do after you crossed the bridge? I used the snowmobile to carry you back to Asakura Temple. The snowmobile? I knew that that would show up sooner or later.
Yes, I had the key. I used the snowmobile to travel from Asakura Temple to Dusky Bridge.
This is the part that was in question the other day. Should I ask for more details? Let me hear more about the snowmobile ride.
Well, it was very cold that night. So I rode it all the way to the foot of the bridge.
I'm sorry, witness. But now, I've got a problem with your testimony.
Excuse me?
Okay, Goto. Goto? What are you up to now? That night, after the head nun left the remainder of the training to you, she said she walked from the inner temple back to Asakura Temple.
Yes, I'm fairly certain that's what the record indicates.
Let's recall her comments on the subject.
Maybe, but when I made it back to Asakura Temple, it was there, at the main gate. The snowmobile, I mean.
The snowmobile was in front of the main gate. This is one of those contradictions, wouldn't you say? Okay, Goto.
Hey, you're supposed to be on my side.
Order! Order! Mr. Goto, why are you pointing out contradictions in the witness's testimony?
Let's just say I like things to be neat and tidy, okay?
Well, maybe. Sister Bikini missed it. Yeah, maybe she didn't see it. Yeah.
You think she missed it? That doesn't sound right. Yeah, whatever. Even I don't think this is decisive enough to warrant any more time or effort. It's just, you better be careful in your testimony. That's all I wanted to say. Smart little cookie like you shouldn't have any trouble understanding that.
Yes, sir.
What's that all about? Why would Goto want to give me a hint?
Very well then, let's continue with the testimony. So you transported the body by snowmobile all the way to Hazakura Temple courtyard.
Yes, I thought that way. Mystic Maya would never be suspected. That's what I thought anyway. Then I...
Is that what you were doing when Sister Bikini saw you?
Yes, that's right. She probably thought the worst.
Probably. More like definitely.
I see. The Sister Bikini mistakenly thought you were the one that murdered Miss Donum.
I'm sorry, I'm so sorry. Please forgive me. Can I say something?
Yeah, sure.
Completely no one will understand. This is Temps's kind of woman.
That's crazy to say.
So is Dahlia. Anyways, that's all I wanted to say. It's my fault that this case has gotten so confusing.
I don't want to believe it. I don't think my logic is failing me. I was just trying to pin the murder on Maya. Why would she want to do that? There's only one reason I can think of.
Because she's the murderer.
No, because she's trying to cover for Dahlia. I'm guessing.
Or she's the murderer.
I dragged her behind me all the way across, and then used a snowmobile to carry it back to Hazakura Temple. I want to try the other dialogue that was here. If you really did move her body by snowmobile, then there should be tracks left in the snow, right?
Well, yes, naturally you would expect tracks.
This picture was presented at yesterday's trial. Are these tracks from that ride?
Yes, I think they are.
But I can only see one set of tracks here.
I don't see what's so strange about that. Snow was still falling when I left Hazakura Temple.
I see. Snow was still falling, huh?
And then the murder took place and had already stopped. That's why there's such fresh-looking tracks.
How about it, Mr. Wright? What do you think about this testimony?
So let me think about the timeline then. So, when she left Hazakura Temple to go to the inner temple, it was before 1050, which is not like super strict or whatever, right? And when she comes back, it's after 1050. The bridge should have already been burning? Am I mistaken? Megan, please, I need you to fact check me here. Logic check me. Sanity check me, please.
Okay. Go meticulous. Be meticulous about this. Explain this to me again.
Okay, so, we're cross-referencing her testimony with the tracks photo that indicates the one track going from the bridge to the temple from the snowmobile, correct? Right? She claims that the snow was still falling when she left, hence why there's only one set of tracks. So, plugging that into the weather data, we know that it stopped snowing at 1050. So that means she returned after 1050. The bridge was struck at 1045.
Okay.
Which means the bridge had started burning by the time she came back. By the time she crossed the bridge was burning. Which doesn't make sense. Right? Am I crazy?
I mean... since it only started burning, maybe she was the one who set the bridge on fire. That's what I'm thinking.
Well, we don't. That's assuming you set the. Again, we don't know
to
that.
Purposefully, get Maya stuck on the other side, for example.
Yeah, but like that's a step or two ahead, right? The contradiction here would be then that how is she crossing a bridge that is on fire? You know what I mean?
Through her awesome and sheer swagness, she flew across the bridge. Obviously.
The other thing to note is that when she arrived at the garden, it already stopped snowing.
You also gotta consider you found the crystal ball of the staff next to the bridge.
Which is also true. I think I want to check this out. When the murder took place, the snow had already stopped? That doesn't make sense if you stack it up against the other evidence. Your Honor, I like that statement Iris just made added to the testimony.
Irish has made.
Sorry, I can't speak. But what does it have something to do with the case? All we made clear if you allow our statement to be added to the record. Yeah, this should be fun.
Thank you, Guru.
Let's get this snow business cleared up, shall we? Ugh.
Yes, sir.
Snow had already stopped. And I already did this. I dragged it behind me all the way across the sea resin and used the snowmobile to carry back to Tosker Temple.
Let's think back to what Pearl said. The channeling was supposed to start at 10. When did the snow stop?
Yeah, the snow stopped at 10:50.
Exactly.
I feel like I just want to represent this flat out.
I'm too like ADHD brained.
I hate this game.
I'm too ADHD brained to know what's going on.
What do you mean ADHD? What are you doing on the side?
Everything. And my brain's just been jumping like from one thought to another and it's been having a hard time to focus. You're on your own, Pookie, and my great and beautiful mind is gone. Heal me. Oh, Fiji, have you figured it out?
No, stop.
You got it, Perks.
Please don't do this. Stop this, please.
Alright. Well, I'm cheering you on quietly.
By the time the murders took place, the snow had already stopped.
Oh, well, that doesn't really make sense. If the snow had already been stopped, then that means there would have been a track. Or...
No, the trail would have come from the snow because she's carrying the body with the
Yeah, I know,
snowmobile,
I know.
so the track is there. That
My
makes
bad.
sense.
Pookie, hold me! I'm so confused. Also, okay, to answer it, yeah, I was. I'm a silly little person. I jump from server to server. And then I get anxious. And then life. Life is a roadblock. Drippy, I'm like lying back on my chair, losing all of my little thinking power. It has to be something she said there, right? Considering it's something you can add to your testimony, that she can add to the testimony.
Mystic Elise died. I called out to Mystic Maya.
Well, if the murder happened, I think you should, I don't fucking know, present the weather data to like, when she's like, oh, I was dragging the thingy. Yeah.
You sure?
Yeah. I don't know.
Dude, I don't understand what the fuck is the difference. I don't understand. Whatever.
The difference is my brain's humongo junk. I'm sorry.
No, the first one was uber bullshit. This I can accept. But whatever.
I'm sorry. You're doing great though. I'm sorry for like being a little dazed here and there.
No, it's fine. You claimed that the snow had already stopped when the murder occurred. But I'm sorry, Iris. That just isn't possible.
What?
This is the weather data from the night of the murder. According to this, the snow didn't stop until 10:50 p.m. You couldn't have crossed Dusky Bridge at that time.
Why do you say that?
Because 5 minutes before the snow stopped, Dusky Bridge was struck by lightning and had caught on fire. I had it exactly right. I hate it here.
It was just the wrong statement. What did you say? That the bridge, it was on fire?
You don't mean to say you didn't know about it. It was because of that lightning strike that the bridge burned down.
What? But it can't be.
It looks like you still haven't figured it out. No matter how hard you try to deceive or conceal the truth, you can't pull the wool over the eyes of a real defense attorney.
No.
Now this is a banger time to play this theme.
Look, now you're hyped up again.
Order, order, order.
The bridge was already on fire when the incident took place. That's right, the inner temple was already totally cut off from the outside world. There's no way you could have crossed the bridge, body or no body. This is your cutest.
What? No, she's nervous. She's not screaming.
Well, still say it.
I did say it.
I didn't hear it. Sorry.
Wow. Well,
Witness.
no, that wasn't my screams.
Not too
That
bad.
was me complaining about you. All right, it works.
Witness, even my patience has its limits. Any further lying and I will find you in contempt of court. Do you have anything to say for yourself?
The only person here that is truly contemptible is you. Old man.
Wow.
Me? How dare you?
Whether this witness lied or not doesn't mean squat right now.
Well-
Squat? The important thing now is to find out the truth. Isn't that right?
Yes, of course, but
Whether it was snowing or not snowing, or whether the bridge was burning or not, there are two facts that can't be disputed. First, the body of Elise Donan was discovered in the Hazakura Temple courtyard. And second, the head nun, Sister Bikini. Witness Iris desecrating Elise Donan's body. He makes a good point on both accounts.
That's right. I'm not lying.
what are you claiming this time?
I wasn't myself at all that night. And my memory's still somewhat hazy.
You have stood at that witness stand and testified this entire time. Are you telling us now that your memory of that night is hazy? It is only human error. You're so- If you're so perfect, Trade, maybe you can explain this for the court. But what is it? When the murder happened, the bridge had already burnt down. And somehow the body traveled across the bridge and was found in the temple courtyard. Perhaps you have some kind of perfect explanation for this little magic trick.
Flew over the bridge.
Well, not exactly, no. No, there must be some other way she's gone across that burnt-out bridge. Unless I can somehow demonstrate it. We'll never know the truth.
It looks like the defense is not prepared to offer a suitable explanation.
You see what I mean? In other words, you're in no position to suggest that this lady's testimony isn't the truth. Ah!
All right then, witness, let's hear your testimony once more.
About what, Your Honor?
You admitted that you've moved the victim's body. Nevertheless, your prior testimony contained a rather large inconsistency. Please add an explanation for that to your testimony.
Yes, Your Honor.
Let's be her final testimony?
Please. My voice.
Witness testimony, moving the body.
Other than walking over the bridge, there's no way to move the body. I must have just gotten confused, I guess. Was the snow still falling or had it stopped? Does it really matter that much? Honestly, I'm just saying there's a way to cross the burning bridge. You tested it out yourself.
So it's just a misunderstanding, I see.
This is the photo of Dusky Bridge after it burned down from the lightning blast. It was taken on the morning after the incident. Actually, I'll move my camera down here.
It certainly was burned to a crisp and one of the suspension wires even snapped. It's amazing the whole bridge didn't fall. Clearly it will be impossible to carry a corpse across a bridge in this condition.
Dusky Bridge photo taken the morning after the crime. Added to the court record. Let's do something to describe this testimony. It's going to be deemed as the truth. Maya will be accused of murder.
I think
Right.
I want to sleep. Hold on.
What?
I think my bird's on asleep. I'm just gonna
Okay.
open the door for them.
Yeah,
Okay.
go for it. That's right. I'm only gonna say this one more time. It is only human error. And only humans can spot the errors of our ways. The more sense he makes, the less sense he makes. All right, Mr. Wright, please begin your final cross-examination. Do I get a meter refill? Cross-examination, moving the body. Before we get, we'll wait till Mika comes back to start doing pressing stuff. I want to start thinking. Does it really matter that much? Are you saying there's a way to cross a burning bridge? Come all this way, so I owe it to everyone to figure this out. How do you transport a body across a burning bridge? Even if I don't know the exact answer yet, it's okay. Start by examining all of my evidence and see where that takes me. Gotta be like a shark. If I don't keep moving, I'm as good as dead. 1, 2, 3, 4. Meaty testimony, probably.
Hi, Are we missing it? What's
No,
going on?
it was just some. It was just like a little bit of text. It's not big of a deal. I haven't started pressing anything yet either, so don't worry. I'm just thinking right now. as to
You
what the-
show the burning photo and be like, maybe Larry could.
Well, let's do the pressing first.
Okay.
Yes, but if the stone
thought you
already
already
stopped when the incident took place. What's up?
Thought you already. Oh no, my poor girls. Hold on. I thought you already pressed that side.
No.
I was just suggesting ideas as if you already pressed them.
Ew, how am I supposed to press without you?
I'm going to kill you.
My
Come
God.
here. Murder is the only. Where did it go? Where did it go? No! Ah! I did it. It's dead. I don't know if my mic picked up on my slamming, but
Yeah, it
I'm gonna hope it did it.
It definitely did. I don't know how to tell you this. It definitely did. Mika's presumably killing some kind of bug. And also Mika has birds and they're sleepy. It's their sleepy time right now.
Right, sure, you can pick up.
Huh?
Surely you couldn't hear the slamming, right?
I heard.
Oh, yeah, that was me on the floor slamming like a giant bottle on top of an ant.
Yeah,
Sorry,
I thought it was
excuse
something roundish and plastic.
It wasn't plastic, I'm telling you this much.
It was metal.
Yeah, it's in.
It was aluminum. Soft aluminum. Alright.
Oh,
Anyway. Yes, but if the snow had already stopped when the incident took place.
I couldn't have crossed the bridge naturally. But I think it's just like Mr. Goto said. The body didn't make it across somehow.
You seemed to be quite sure of yourself when you gave your testimony. You said you were sure the snow had already stopped.
I'm terribly sorry. I was wrong.
Does she really think an apology is going to get her off the hook? This is no joke. You're giving sworn testimony in a court of law.
Well, Mr. Wright, Let me ask you a question. Do you remember what the weather was like 1 week ago today?
Huh? Well, naturally it was,
You see, it's not that easy to remember, is it?
but if it had been some kind of special day, I would have remembered. For example, it was pouring rain on the day of my elementary school graduation. No one wants to hear about your childhood traumas, Trade. What? By the time the murder took place, the snow had already stopped. If you insist on obsessing over that one statement, let's see the proof. Show some evidence that the body somehow crossed the bridge while it was on fire. Well, I don't see why there couldn't be a way across.
Oh, right, sorry, that's me. Mr. Wright. Don't you think that sounds a little bit silly? A dead body crossing a burning bridge. Did anyone actually witness such a thing? Leary.
Yeah. There was. I don't think you'd call someone like that a witness. After all, a dream isn't the same as actually seeing something. Come all this way. I already read this earlier. All right. I think we're both feeling the same thing. So let's go. Finally, not bullshit. Yay! I'm kidding. Dead body flying over a burning bridge. I wouldn't exactly rule out the possibility.
Whoa, what?
Ha! You're saying it's possible. Don't make me laugh. The only thing that's possible about your claim is that it's been pulled out of thin air. I don't know about that. In any case, we have a witness who did see it happen.
Another ant.
Preposterous.
Who is it? Who is this witness?
Can't chicken out here. Gotta keep on the attack and go, go, go. Miss Elise Donham's brilliant and highly gifted apprentice, Larice Donham.
Brilliant.
Highly gifted.
Apprentice?
That was a little crispy toast. Remember what he said in his testimony? That night he was at the Mountain Shack, Heavenly Hall. And that's when he witnessed the event. I think you've all seen this sketch before. It's an exact drawing of what he witnessed that night, and a pretty good sketch too, if I do say so myself.
Are you serious? Today's not April Fool's Day, is it?
Are you
Mr. Wright, are you seriously claiming that the victim flew through the air? And you're using this pathetic scribble to support your argument?
Uh-oh. Josh looks like he's about to blow a gasket. Heh. Well, Trade, there's nowhere for you to hide now. Other than looking like it was drawn by a 6-year-old, does this sketch prove anything? Yes, I'm pretty sure it does, and I'm going to prove it. Listen, I know your tricks. You're trying to turn this whole thing upside down. You're so eager to turn this case upside down. Why not start with this sketch? Upside down. Why did Goto say that?
All right then, let's hear the defense's theory.
Wait a minute. Open the thing. Which two cables here? It's hard to see the perspective.
We know which cable the one that fell over is.
Okay, so let me look back at the map.
The one no, hold on. The one that fell over is the one that we noticed that fell over when Francisca asked us if there was a dock.
Yeah, it's this one.
That one. That one was already broken anyways though, from the looks of it.
No, this one was broken on the because we distinctly recall the rope being attached the first time around.
Can you not see all the ropes that are like connected to that bridge anyways in that little map?
What do you mean?
There's ropes connecting to the bridge.
Yes, I do see that.
Sides.
Yes.
Yes, there's no rope connecting to that little
because
thing.
it's updated to be like correct with the current day. I can pull up the clip, girl. Don't make me. I know.
I wasn't there, you poopy head, poopy man.
You were or weren't there? Or did you have amnesia?
I was not, I don't think. I left for a bit. And I don't remember this being updated either. I remember this map being the same.
Well,
as
you remember
always.
this blue dot being here the entire time?
No.
Exactly. This map was updated at some point to include both the position of the orb and the fact that the rope was torn, which was also
I don't
discussed
remember
during
that.
the investigation period.
I'll remember that.
That's okay, but I do.
Die.
So what's possible is that the perspective of this photo is flipped, right? You can see distinctly there's two ropes attached.
That it's upside down.
Yeah, so let's flip this over in Obis. Come here, Obis. Actually, no, I flip it over here, right? Transform, flip vertically. Do you see what I'm seeing?
A woman falling into the river of Lego City. Deploy.
I think even if you don't flip this, the message is fairly obvious. The person was being thrown off the bridge. Maybe they had some height first, but you know, it doesn't really matter. The point is that they went shoo. Right?
So Maya was thrown off the bridge? Because at least Dunham's in the fucking thing. Maya's
Let's go back to the
guys.
Elise Donham photo. She has a hood.
Yeah.
Just like Larry claimed to see someone with a hood.
Yeah.
What could line up? I don't know.
But
Anyway.
who did they find stabbed?
Hmm?
Who did they find stabbed?
Elise Donham? Question mark?
Yeah?
Uh-huh,
And
and?
how did she get there if she was thrown off the bridge?
You don't, she's being, okay, so what I'm guessing, what my
Because
theory
I
is.
died for a bit. I don't think you've grasped that yet. That I've died.
Okay,
Like,
okay,
I
okay.
can't
So-
recall the last, I don't know how long it's been.
Okay, so my current theory is, right, that as the bridge, around when the bridge ignited, Elise / Misty, along with Iris, or honestly Dahlia at this point, I don't even freaking know, jumped off the bridge together, right, throwing both themselves into the lake. Or the river, right? The one thing I need to check is where this orb was. Found on an outcropping near Dusky Bridge. Things I can't quite grasp where that is on the map. Not you. Stop. This. I don't know. We're gonna see what happens. All right then. Let's hear the defense's theory. What exactly is the sketch trying to show? I don't think old Whisker Face is going to forgive any more mistakes. All right, Phoenix. Look carefully and think it over. Sketch drawn by Elise Donham is...
A contradiction?
It's not a complete contradiction.
I think it is.
What? Okay, what's your logic?
Well, it's contradicting against the fact that, well, it doesn't work. Like, nothing of this sketch matches with, like, what is being said of there's no way across, when clearly there's a way across.
How is there a way across being shown here?
Well, I don't know. I think, I don't know. I think it's a complete contradiction. I don't think it's exactly what happened, because it's...
Well, then if it represents what happened in some capacity, it's not a complete contradiction.
Oh, you're trying to explain that it's a contradiction to what's being said.
Let me look back.
Well, it's exactly what happened, then.
Oh,
There's that.
I'm looking back. Oh, not this. Can I catch up? Catch up. There we go. Hold on.
Well, then say that it's exactly.
No,
what
I want to
happened.
reread what was said. Hold on.
I don't know. I said it's a complete contradiction, but I could not be cooking. I don't think it's gonna kill you, but
I prefer
if
not to lose as
we're
much meter. You know what I'm saying?
well, if you said it's nothing, obviously you're gonna lose meter.
Next drawing of what he witnessed that night. Are you serious on April Fool's Day? Are you seriously cleaning up the victim through the air and use the stethoscope to support your op? Does the sketch prove anything?
Well, just say
Yes,
it's exactly what
for sure.
happened then. You
It's
don't
not
gotta
ev-
go with me. Just say that it's exactly what happened.
I'll start with
The
the
sketch
sketch.
is
Can I?
visual
Let me
proof.
read. Let me read, please. I'm trying to
Yes.
read the thing. Is turn this. Okay. I did go to say that. The defense's theory. This is me flipping the thingy. The defenses theory. Exactly is a sketch trying to show. All right, Phoenix, look carefully and think it over. The sketch drawn by Louis Stoneham is.
It's exactly what happened. Just go with that.
Of course, the victim was flying through the air. You can see it right there in the sketch. Whoosh!
You know, you're starting to remind me of yesterday's witness.
What? That was the last thing I wanted to hear.
You have any evidence that the victim flew through the air?
Just so you know, you haven't discovered a giant human catapult at the inner temple yet. Ugh, I wish they had. Even if you're a lousy lawyer, at least you're one cup's worth of entertainment. I think we should skip the penalty this time. Ugh. Must be some way. Just know it. There must be some way to use Larry's sketch to show the truth of what happened.
All right then, the witness will now return to her testimony.
Yes, Your Honor.
Are y'all serious? Okay. There's nothing new here, so I guess I just present it again, no? Just try something else?
Probably.
Alright. Is this different? Hold on. Sorry. I just assumed it would be the same. Now it comes back to this.
I can't believe we're looking at this again.
I meant that I didn't really understand it before. But I get it now. That's why I believe this sketch shows the truth.
Very well. All right then, let's hear the defense's theory.
Is this the same as before? No. This is the same as before. I guess we're going with this time, right?
I didn't see the first option you picked.
Something's obviously funny about this sketch.
I'm no art critic, but even I can see that.
No, that's not what I mean, Your Honor. Louis Stoneham stated it over and over that the sketch was exactly as he saw it. However, if we're to believe his testimony, then the sketch contradicts reality as we know it.
Sorry, I get it.
Yeah,
It contradicts reality? No, did you get it?
I think I get it now. This is getting interesting. Looks like you're back to that finger pointing thing again. Okay, Trade, so what exactly contradicts reality as we know it? The flying?
The wires? Because, okay, what I was gonna say is, I guess you didn't get it. In the picture that's flashing of, like, Larry, he's upside down.
Yeah.
So
I noticed
he made
that
it
too.
upside down-ish.
Mhm.
That's what I'm saying. So it means the picture is upside down, meaning that the contradiction here isn't the person that's flying, because we already know that's the issue. The thing is the wires holding the bridge. They go underneath the bridge. That's like.
Ah. So you're also saying that it's being taken from like a perspective below the bridge.
No, I didn't say that.
So what are you trying to say then? I'm not following as well.
There's wires that hold the bridge up
Yes.
on the side, right?
Yes.
Those wires are on top of the bridge instead of below the bridge, how it's supposed to be.
Okay, don't use the words on top and below. Because on top and below, I'm thinking of like three-dimensionally. You know what I mean? Never mind. Just continue.
But this is a two-dimensional picture.
Because the thing is, I'm thinking of the map.
Upside down. The picture's upside down.
Okay, so you're saying it's the two that are connected here, which
Yeah.
only one of these should be connected, because the other one snapped.
No, I'm not saying that's the contradiction. I'm saying the contradiction is that the picture's upside down, and you can tell that because the wires are upwards instead of downwards. The bridge is being suspended by the bottom and not by the top. And the suspicion wires are on the top and not the bottom.
I don't get it. I don't see it the way you're seeing it.
Okay, Drippy.
Yes.
Open the court record.
I can't do that.
Okay, well, let me recall the bridge. The image of the bridge.
Which one?
The
map?
The one after
map.
it burned.
Oh,
Not
that
the
one. Okay.
When it burned down. The wire that's loose is hanging from below the bridge, meaning that all 4 wires are connected below the bridge. If that so is the case, the picture is upside down, and the contradiction with this picture is that the wires are upwards and not downwards. They're drawn on the top.
Are you
half of the picture.
okay. So it's not the
I'm
picture. It's not
suggesting-
the picture itself that's upside down. It's the perspective of which it's being drawn from.
Yes, he drew. He drew it because he
Okay.
was lying down and he saw it upside down. This is what he saw. The issue was that Larry himself was looking at it upside down.
So I guess here or here, because there's so many points. I
No,
guess.
just the wire.
Where on the wire?
I don't know, the wire.
Which one? There's 2.
I don't think I care enough to say the wire.
Is this wire connected to the bridge?
The wire.
Yeah. Is that the thing that contradicts reality?
It is indeed.
And shows the reality it supposedly conflicts with. Show us something that will point out how the sketch contradicts reality. Hello, Bridge Picture. How do you do? We'll be having a nice time with you today.
That's a photo of Dusky Bridge, correct?
Yes. Now compare the sketch and the photo for a minute. Now, the sketch really is shit. In the sketch, the wires appear to be above the guard wires. But on the actual Dusky Bridge,
Jumping Jehoshaphat!
the wires are below the guard wires.
Order! This sketch is somewhat different than what's depicted in the photo. However, isn't it likely that the artist just saw it wrong?
Or perhaps he just drew it wrong.
Either way, it sounds like you're just wrong. Someone like Clarice, I admit a mistake is a definite possibility. But then that begs the question. Why did he make a mistake? What was the reason? Are you saying that you know the answer to that? Listen, think back, alright? Remember what Clarice was doing when he witnessed this event? He was at Heavenly Hall waiting for a lover that was never going to come. He waited and finally he lied down. But then, lightning shoots from the sky and sets the bridge aflame. Now ponder what sort of position Clarice must have been in at the time. He was lying on his back, which is why he remembered the scene the way he did.
He was lying on his back. I can't see how it relates.
But it does, Your Honor. That is the reason why the wires in the sketch go up instead of down.
Oh! Ugh, no way.
Clarice Donham witnessed the event while he was lying on his back, face up. In other words, the scene that he saw was actually upside down.
So then, the sketch should actually...
I think you finally get it, Your Honor. The correct way to view Clarice Donham's sketch is like this. This is how it should actually look. Ugh. I cannot talk. The victim's body wasn't flying above the bridge. It was actually swinging below. That's right, just like a pendulum. Ridiculous.
Order!
All the things to say. A pendulum. The bridge was burning to a crisp. There was no way to get across it. But if the body had been found at the inner temple, it would have caused problems. This is where the criminal decided to take a gamble. They used the burning bridge to get the body across to the other side. And a pendulum was the only way to get it done. Let's think about this for a minute, shall we? Dusky Bridge is about 20 yards long, which means about that far from the inner temple to the opposite cliff. Yes, that sounds about right. In order to cover that distance with a pendulum, you need a rope that's at least 10 yards long. To get a rope that long, you have to plan ahead. Lightning strike that night can only have been an accident. So it doesn't make sense that the culprit would have prepared the rope beforehand. So then, they didn't have to get the rope ready. The rope was already right in front of them. What? I'm saying that it was just a matter of using what was already there.
In that case, Mr. Wright, please give us an explanation to support your theory. What makes you think the criminal had the rope on hand to create a pendulum?
I'm thinking the map for this one.
No, I'm thinking the photo.
You thinking the photo?
Because one of the ropes are already loose on it. Meaning that they had the ropes. The rope became loose because someone used it, not because of the fire.
Okay. Okay. See, what I was thinking was like, the person could cut the rope or just like untie the rope from like the little base it's wrapped around.
Oh yeah, of course, but that's why it's untied.
Okay, I'll do the picture.
Wouldn't that be the proof that like, oh, they untied it?
Well, I'm thinking, what is it called? Because the question is, what makes you think the criminal had the rope on hand to create a pendulum? And the picture shows that the mass that the rope was tied to was on this side of the split. But
yes, which
too many buttons.
would explain why the orb is on the other side. If they swung from one side to another.
Yeah, but that's not the exact question, but you get the point what I'm trying to say. But I feel like this isn't specific enough, so I'll go with your idea.
And the meaning of this is...
Do you want to know where the rope came from? It's hanging right there in front of your glorious beard.
Ah! This is one of the wires from the bridge.
When the lightning struck the bridge and set it on fire, one of the suspension wires came loose from its anchor. The criminals didn't have any time to waste. They tied the wire around Elise Dotem's body. Okay, that shit is flat out insane. Because there was simply no other way to move the body.
Oh, he's stressed.
Mr. Godo! It seems that Mr. Godo is more focused on his coffee than answering my question. It seems that the odds of a rope being readily available were very high, so I suppose that it's not an impossibility after all.
Possible or impossible? That's not the question we need to ask. There's only one question. Did that really happen? That's right. I wonder if you can prove what happened to us. You have any actual evidence that the body was swung over like a pendulum? I think the orb is it, right?
It would be the orb, yeah.
But then...
I mean, if you think about it as well, didn't it say that there was a 10-foot height difference between, like, the two islands? So her autopsy report would make sense if she was thrown from one side to the other.
Well, the point is that she was swung. She would never hit the ground and receive, like, the physical trauma for being dropped. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but this was after her death. It makes sense. I'm saying her autopsy has that she fell from a 10-foot drop, right? And like somewhere they said that the elevation between like one side to the other was like maybe 10 feet or some shit like that. There was a weird elevation between the two islands.
This looks like...
Because no, it was just stated at some point that the places were elevated differently.
All right, well, I'll go with the orb then. I feel like that makes the
Alright.
most sense. Unless what, do you want to do the autopsy report?
I mean, only because I feel silly about it, but yeah, sure, if not.
What I'm thinking is like this orb is placed perfectly. No?
Yeah. It's also like, how would the staff go with her?
That's what I'm thinking. It's like that doesn't make sense. Where's the staff fixated, or like where's the staff like fixtured on?
Unless the staff was the murder weapon, it would be in her body, so. I don't know, go with whatever you want.
Oh my god, this shit is so difficult.
For the sake of realism, though, I'd go with the autopsy. But for the sake of accuracy, I'd go with the sphere.
I don't remember the 10-foot elevation difference.
There was an elevation difference that was spoken about.
But at the same time, if it was swung over, it would explain why she then fell afterwards.
Go with whichever one.
Before I present my evidence, let me review what we know so far. According to this photo, one of the wires snapped. Looking at the map, we can see it's the one that was in front of the inner temple.
So then, that was the spot where the criminal...
Yes, precisely. Now let us consider the body's movement by looking at the overhead map again. The body was pushed from this point here. It would drop on the opposite side, on the opposite bank at approximately this point.
Did you say drop?
Well, they must have failed to catch the body on the other bank.
What? What makes you think something like that happened?
Because I have evidence that suggests her body dropped some distance.
What kind of evidence?
Take a look at this autopsy report. Oh, don't open the court record. It says here that her body fell about 10 feet after her death.
10 feet, huh?
That's most likely the height difference between the two sides. Wow. The body overswung due to the forward momentum, but then came loose and fell about 10 feet. Then as a result of the landing impact, this crystal sphere was knocked loose. I wonder if it was both.
Probably. That's...
Yes, this bloodstained amethyst crystal. It's the one that came off of Miss Elise Donham's staff. And even more important is the place where this crystal sphere was found.
Indeed. I believe it's already marked on this overhead map. The crystal was found. Ah!
Precisely, Your Honor. In the very spot where the pendulum would arrive if given the right amount of speed.
This explains your theory quite well, Mr. Wright. You have provided us with a way the body could have been moved that night. An impressive deduction, Mr. Wright. Most impressive. But, Mr. Wright!
I thought this cold coffee might help cool you down.
Well, what is the meaning of this, Mr. Godo?
That was a dark and bitter guess that you made, Trade. You forgot about one thing.
Oh, and what would that be?
The aroma. Huh? The coffee's most reliable accomplice is its deep and profound aroma. The rest of the court doesn't speak Coffinese. Can you elaborate a bit more? The criminal had sent the body to the other side like you say. And naturally, there must have been an accomplice lying in wait to catch it.
An accomplice?
The criminal wasn't able to cross Dusky Bridge. So, who collected the body? What do you have to say about that, Trade?
Mr. Godo is correct. This can't be the work of a single person. Well, Mr. Wright, you know what you must do.
Yes, Your Honor. The body couldn't have made it to Hazakura Temple without an accomplice.
Very well then, if you please, Mr. Wright. Who was the person that received the body at the Hazakura Temple side?
Oh, God.
The person who admitted to being the accomplice to begin with.
You mean Iris?
Yes. She
Is that
said
what-
she was an accomplice. And we know that Dahlia was the one on the other side. Which is what she admitted, so...
It doesn't conflict with
what it
anything
is.
she's said so far, outside of the stuff where she observed the act of the, the...
She
right?
said probably throughout that whole thing. So the chances of her making up what actually happened is very likely, especially because we know it probably isn't Maya who killed her. So we can definitely and most confidently say it's hers.
Yeah, because the only person who makes sense is, Dahlia, but I don't think we have the
Dahlia
grounds to...
isn't the person who put the body away though, because she testified that Iris testified she was in her room that night. and that when the bell rung, she knew what had happened, or when whatever.
Yeah, no. I
she
see.
heard that she was
I
on
see
the
your
other
logic.
side.
I see your logic. It's also just like we can't really say anything about her because she's kind of dead. Anyway,
We're probably gonna have to anyways, though.
it can only be you, Sister Iris.
Huh? But I.
I don't see why you're so surprised. The only way to transport the body from Dusky Bridge is by snowmobile. But with her bad back, Mr. Bikini can never pick up a body like that. You're the only one that could have managed it. That's right. Were you even listening to the witness's testimony? On the night of the crime, this little cutie pie was on cleanup duty in the inner temple garden after the mother-daughter bloodbath.
Yeah. Here's what's the thing of like, but they found her with the girl. She didn't swing across like a pendulum because the thing couldn't have come back. And she didn't cross the bridge, so she was always on the other side. Godo, you dumb fuck.
I haven't forgotten, but have you, Mr. Godo? This witness was also seen at Hasakura Temple, desecrating the corpse of the victim.
Strange indeed. It's almost as if, on that night, the defendant was in two different places at the same time.
Sister Iris, let me ask you something. Why didn't you mention it when you first gave your testimony?
Mention what?
The pendulum, of course. Using the sketch drawn by an eyewitness, I've established how the body was moved using the burnt-out bridge, which means it's now a fact that this occurred. Something you should have already known.
No, I had no idea. I didn't know anything about a pendulum.
But the body couldn't have been passed along to the other side without your help. So you should have known about it. In fact, it'd be impossible for you to be clueless about this whole thing. Unless you're not really Iris to begin with.
I could. What? How could you say that, Mr. Wright? I could.
What? What kind of nonsense is this?
Derpy.
You're saying that this witness is an Iris of Hazakura Temple?
Derpy.
Yes, what?
Wow, don't be mean to me.
Sorry. Because you said my name multiple times. What is it?
Well,
I'm sorry.
because I wanna yap. Remember at the cause what's been bugging me this whole time what's been bugging me this whole time is that Iris somehow knew about
Yeah?
Phoenix and like knowing him, and when you confront Iris about, oh, have we met before? Psyche locks appear, meaning yeah, she's Dahlia, and that's implied. I was cooking earlier when I said that, oh, Dahlia and Iris switch places, and that's actually Dahlia.
Yeah.
That's our baby girl.
I was agreeing with you before. I had a similar
I know,
idea.
But I'm bringing in all the information as to like why this makes sense.
Well, yeah. I was gonna say that I feel like at some point, I mean, I feel like we've seen them both at some point, even if we're not aware of it. I don't think Iris is dead.
Well, even if she was, that would make sense why Pearl couldn't channel Dahlia Hawthorne, because she was never dead to begin with.
I think her being dead is a definite fact. I don't think she somehow escaped being executed.
I don't know. I wouldn't be surprised.
I mean, it
She
is
has
Dahlia
escaped
Hawthorne.
poisoning someone. Why wouldn't she escape this?
Because it's prison?
Yeah, see, but like, you say that, but then you have Godo standing right in front of you, as if that's the most like unlikely thing possible.
That is fair. That is fair. All right. Are you serious, Trite? You mean that this woman is... There's no one besides Iris that could have received the corpse that night. Now I get it. Now I know why I've been sick to my stomach this whole trial. Why her whole demeanor changed so suddenly from yesterday. And why she's trying to pin this murder on Maya. The woman that's standing there at the witness stand. Her real name is... Do I dare?
Yeah. Morgan Fay.
I never thought I'd have to utter your name again. Let alone see you. It's been a long time, Dahlia Hawthorne. Playing this theme right now is kind of hard.
Hawthorne!
Sister Ice had a twin sister. And you're looking at her. Miss Dahlia Hawthorne.
I cook. Wait, hold on. Sorry, I'm cooking even harder with the fact that, like,
What?
2 streams ago, I was mentioning Any, Mini, and Mini, Mini. And the correlation that this trial has, this whole case has felt just like that thing of, like, one taking the place of the other.
Yeah. I know what you're saying.
Emoji. Where did my earbud thingy go?
Find your
Whatever.
earbud!
It's okay.
Alright. Let's continue.
That name rings some bells. Distant bells, but bells nonetheless.
Ha. It's just your imagination, Gramps. This file contains all the relevant data about Dahlia Hawthorne.
Oh yes, I remember now. That case, 5 years ago.
My name is Dahlia Hawthorne. I just want to say, it's an honor for me to be in your noble presence.
The honor is all mine.
No, the honor is all mine. But, according to this, Dahlia Hawthorne is already dead. It says her execution was carried out last month.
So what? Death has no meaning in this courtroom.
He would know.
What? Order, order, order.
Wait a moment. How can you? My sister, she's already dead. What kind of?
You of all people should already understand. After all, the blood of the master of the Karain channeling technique flows within that body.
The correct channeling technique. And where have I heard that?
That's right. You're not Dahlia Hawthorne herself. You're the spirit of Dahlia, currently inhabiting the body of a spirit medium.
Oh, I cooked even harder from like a billion streams ago.
What an
Yeah, down.
An exciting story. Exciting, but quite impossible. You're asking us to buy that Dahlia Hawthorne just happened to be channeled by someone. On the very night of the murder, to a temple where her twin sister Iris was. Well, if you're going to put things that way, then yes. We're supposed to believe a coincidence like that just happens. Naturally, it was no coincidence. The whole thing was a part of a plan from the very beginning. It's all written right here in these instructions.
What's that?
These instructions were written by your mother, Morgan Fay. And part of that plan called for Dahlia Hawthorne to be channeled. That night, there were 2 irises at Hazakura Temple. Two of them. Even the time of the channeling was planned out. As soon as you hear the lights out bell. In other words, 10 p.m. However, Iris was seen before dinner time.
That means the Iris that was at dinner time was the real Iris.
The Iris who gave me this hood in the main hall was also the real Iris. Meaning that the Iris Sister Bikini saw at the inner temple was someone else dressed as her, namely one Dahlia Hawthorne. Even know what you're saying, Trite. This whole channeling the spirit of Dahlia Hawthorne business. Yes, it's true that you found plans that talk about it. However, there's one thing that's perfectly clear. The witness currently standing in the witness stand is the real Iris. What? Calm down and remember what you know about the night of the crime. After meeting Sister Bikini, the Dahlia Hawthorne that had been channeled would have been stranded at the inner temple due to the lightning strike. It was later found that the body was moved by pendulum. That's right. Naturally, that would mean that the Iris that received the body was the real Iris. Are you with me so far?
I see what he's talking about. Okay.
I'm not following. I'm honestly just reading the
Okay.
text. Yes.
How-
What?
Okay. No,
Sorry.
It's if the real Iris is the one that's been with us this whole time, right? That means that the fake Dahlia would have been stranded on the other side of the mountain with Maya, meaning she had no way of getting out, and we've been stuck with the fake Dahlia, which would explain why the locks were even on that door to begin with. Maybe she's also in there.
I see what you're saying.
I think that's what good is coming to.
Alright. After being notified of what happened, the police came to Hazakura Temple's main hall. There they found Iris in her room and arrested her. And ever since, she's been under police supervision at the detention center. Yes, I suppose. I can't deny any of that.
Yeah, thank goodness. It looks like he's finally convinced.
Something's still off. Way off. So I'm not convinced that the Iris here is the same one from the other night. Yeah. Suppose you're about to say something really ridiculous. Like the real Iris and the spirit of Dahlia somehow switch places.
So switch places. To be perfectly honest, there are still quite a few things I don't understand, but I do know that unless we confirm the witness's identity, we can't continue with this trial.
Iris doesn't have the spiritual power needed to channel Dahlia, which means they must have switched places somewhere.
Well, Mr. Wright, at the time she was arrested at Hazakura Temple, have there been any chance for Iris to switch places with Dahlia Hawthorne?
Of course there was a chance. Your Honor, I think there might have been one chance.
Oh, explain yourself.
Yesterday, for a few minutes, Iris's whereabouts were unknown.
Unknown? What do you mean?
What I mean is, there was a span of time in which Iris was able to move about freely, unsupervised.
Well, who was it? Who would give a murder suspect time to move about freely like that?
I'm sorry, I know you didn't mean to. It wasn't your fault. The person who gave Iris a chance to freely move about was...
Gotta. I don't want to blame him.
I know. Miles Edgeworth, an old friend, said to be #1 at the DA's office. Said he's foreign judicial systems now. And unfortunately, our culprit.
This is Mr. Edgeworth, isn't it?
Your Honor, there was a fairly large earthquake yesterday, was there not?
An earthquake?
Earthquake! Oh my goodness, the inner temple! This kind of tremor.
How could I have? She fled. She escaped.
He went to the inner temple right away. And it's true, Iris was already there. However, they had already switched places by that point in time. When I arrived at the training hall, I was met by none other than Dahlia Hawthorne, which is why she had different psyche locks. Ooh.
That's quite enough already, Mr. Wright. Now see here. No judge in his right mind would consider the idea of...
Be quiet. Oh.
I feel like that's Dahlia.
I feel like this would be Godo. Whatever. We'll see what it is. Oh.
It's been a long time, Mr. Judge.
That voice.
Guess I'll have to ask again. Upon meeting a beautiful lady, always ask her for her name and profession. That's one of my many rules.
Dahlia Hawthorne. My current profession? Permanently retired.
Huh. So you're not going to bother hiding your identity anymore, huh?
Why should I? After all, I'm dead. There's really nothing you can do to punish me.
Oh my god, this sprite is insane.
Whoa, what is going on here?
Dahlia Hawthorne. Never thought we'd meet again. I never thought we'd meet like this.
I cooked even harder.
But this time, I'll end it. For her and for myself.
Now hear me out on how I cook. Okay?
What the? To be continued. Now you cook.
Okay. The reason why I say I cook is because first of all, I'm really tired.
I know you're really tired. I'm
Second of
sorry.
all, the reason why I said I cook is because I did say there's no like how ridiculous it was that Phoenix was very gentle about mentioning Dahlia to Iris, quote unquote, but Iris, when talking to Phoenix, was like, "Oh, he hates your guts."
Yeah, that is weird.
It was out of character for her.
She just couldn't contain herself. I have to roast his ass. Oh, he's so annoying. Oh my god.
Which, hear me out. The reason why the letter was opened prior was because another person from the spirit family, or the Fae family, got the letter from Morgan Fae and then already channeled her. And then that's why she was already channeled and Pearl couldn't channel her more.
The question is who?
Your mother. That's right.
Leave my
I'm
mother out of this.
sleepy.
You sleepy? I know, we're about to stop here.
30 minutes prior.
It's more like 23 minutes prior, plus next section's gonna be like an hour and a half minimum.
Actually,
Girly, you're tired. I know you've been tired for a while now. I'm sorry.
well,
Insane roast by Mika. I know, she killed it. Anyway, that is going to be it for today's stream. A little bit of a shorter one, although the last stream was like 20 minutes over, so consider this even. I don't know.
compensation.
It's more like reverse compensation.
At least now we know that next time we're gonna definitely get all
Yes.
our hours in.
Yes. Next stream will be the actual last stream. That's going to be it for today. If you guys did enjoy, drop a like down below, because that's what the like button's for. Thank you everyone who decided to stick around today. I had a great time. I hope Mika had a good time too, even though she was a little tired. Eepy. Sorry. Mika, do you have any last words for today?
I hate ants. I love Dahlia. She did that, guys. Think about it. That girl, she did that. She's dead, but she did that. Like, damn.
I don't know. I know many women that can slay after they die.
She slayed both literally and non really literally.
And yeah, it's literally
Figuratively.
and figuratively slayed.
She slays no matter, even when she's dead, she's still slaying it in the afterlife.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah,
go
I
ahead.
think those are my last words.
You want to go knock
Play
out?
Zero Escape.
Play Zero Escape. I will be live again on Sunday as per usual. Some more Sunday splatty waddies. Twitter and Discord down in the description. Exclamation Mika and chat if you want to check out Mika's stuff. I highly recommend checking out Mika's stuff. Let me know. Please do. You've been working on a piece for a while now, so you're probably gonna post it soon on main. So maybe drop a follow and check out the art.
Don't do it. It's not worth it.
Or the sketch account. Sketch
Save
accounts.
yourself.
No, please don't say that. Your art is amazing. I love your art. Anyway, we're gonna get some rest, and I'll probably go get some food soonish. We'll see you guys next week for the finale, the final Ace Attorney trilogy stream. All 3 games are gonna be done. Ah! Yippee woohoo! Because art is amazing. That's so true. Oh my god, guys! Because art is so good. Oh my god, guys.
I want a hot dog.